Bada boom. Out.
Alt,
Out.
alt.
Out.
We should start the stream.
Everyone would be like, what the fuck happened to them? They take helium and cocaine on the same day?
Well,
It's like we're both just like, yes. I forget what commercial that is, but I like that commercial where I think it was an Allstate commercial or something where they there's a crash on the highway and they don't show you what the crash is, but they're like stuck in it or something like that, and I think their car got like sideswiped
is
or
it that
something.
one with the leaking helium?
Yes,
truck?
it's that one.
Oh,
Yes, it's that one. And then all the police officers come in and they're like, "There's no reason to panic. Everyone stay calm."
we should do an entire stream like that. We should just huff helium.
Well, we don't even have to huff helium if we find the because when we were on Skype when we did the Mario Kart stuff way back in the day, there were voice filters that you could install as a gadget or a widget or something on Skype, and it would let you do like demon voices and squirrel voices and a bunch of other shit. So if there exists something like that for Discord, we could just do that.
Oof.
So, ooh, Twitter.
It's Twitter.
Okay, it might take a minute to switch over because Alex is still streaming, so.
Hmm.
Might take a minute for Twitch app to switch over because Alex is still streaming, but that's okay. I got all the time in the world as long as it's before 7 o'clock. There we go. Let's see here. Hey, Rockin' Fun, how's it going? Need an explanation for these shoes right now. Yeah, me too, man. Me too, man. I don't like these shoes. They got the little curly toe things on this end of them.
Maine's looking like Kefka.
Yeah, I don't like looking like a jester. But here's the thing, I'm too lazy to go buy the equivalent of these on the market board because I know that I'm gonna get them from a quest later on. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna wear friggin' jester shoes from now until I get done with that quest, which might be a few streams. So, yeah, I'm not a fan. So I agree with you. Is my voice working on Discord? I can't tell.
The circle's showing up around your name.
Okay, well that's good.
Here, let me turn you up real quick. Talk. Talk.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you're working.
Okay, good.
I don't have you turned up at all on Discord.
Hey, Ugman, how's it going? We are just about ready to get started. I'm gonna take a drink of water and then we're gonna get started. Okay. Here we go.
You know, one of these days, Steve's gonna open the door and Jaeger's gonna be in the house, and he's just gonna waltz right in here and start sniffing all our setups.
And I'm gonna be like,
Jimmy, don't have an aneurysm.
I'm just gonna be like, I can't get pissed because I'm on the stream, but he's in a room and he's not fully housebroken.
To be fair, that isn't your fault either.
I know. I'm trying. He's almost fully
I should
housebroken.
also be trying, but I never get a chance to try because that dog just doesn't fucking care.
I'm sure he cares.
He hasn't shown.
If he's anything like the doggo that's sitting right next to me, I'm sure he cares. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, the stream edition. Last time I met you in a different place. We were in Mordana, but I'm meeting you back here today because I am actually finished with getting my reputation up for the next XIV quest for the Icatl 9. So, we are going to do the Leatherworker quest, the next one in the chain while I'm here. We're going to go do the XIV quest, and then immediately after that we're going to continue with the story and finally rescue our friends from the Castrum Sentry in Mordana. So that's the plan. Hey SB, how's it going? Can start working for Santa Claus now at least. Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. At least now I have like a fur coat so I can work in the North Pole without being frozen solid, although honestly, the fur on the coat doesn't really move like fur. It looks more like a big suit of armor, to be honest with you. But, yeah, whatever. Is it going to be weird, me standing right next to her and having the same coat on? I feel like that's going to be weird. Like if I just stand here like I'm the secondary guild master or something, and people will come in and be confused and they'll try to talk to me, and I'll be like, oh no, I'm not the guild master. You got to talk to her. She's the expert here. Anyway, lead by example. That is a lot of experience. I wasn't planning on leveling Leatherworker past 50, but I guess it sort of happened. I checked some of the quests that you get later on for Leatherworker and like Heaven's Ward and stuff to see if I would be interested in them, and turns out, according to the wiki that I was looking at, you get almost 2 million experience for the level 60 Leatherworker quest. So that's obnoxiously high. And I don't think we'll be doing that, though, because it requires me to make stuff that I don't have the materials for and cannot easily get those materials, so.
But is the XP worth it?
Not for Leatherworker, no. What have I not noticed? Oh. Well, you know, one of the rank and file was just here a minute ago, and she was talking to you to finish her quest, so maybe don't say it too loud. They might think you're intimidating. Let's not tell her she already is intimidating. Yeah, the anger both the stuff might be distracting people. She has high expectations for the guild, obviously. Oh, okay, apparently I'm the one who has to do this. Alright, what are you going to have me do?
Good question.
Create boarskin ring bands. Okay. This person next to me has a small elephant as their minion. I didn't know that was a minion that actually existed. Yeah, well, I've heard enough of your pep talks to know what's expected of me, so it's fine. Alright, so let's get moving on these boarskin ring bands. We have, let's see, they're probably going to be like in 30, well, it's a 35 quest, so they're probably going to be somewhere around here, or maybe higher. Ring bands. Ah, there they are. I marked most of the ones that are required for the quests with the favorite marker there. I'm going to have to unmark a few of them because I haven't marked all of them. So, what am I going to need? Boar leather and steel ingots. So we have, let's see, steel ingots, and I need some aluminium. So let's stick that in there. And boar hide, yes. So we got to make the boar leather, and then we got to use the steel ingots to go from there. So let's make the boar leather, and then we'll be good. Boar hide and aluminium. We need how many for the ring bands? Just one. Okay, easy enough. So, this quest, it needs to be high quality, yes. Yeah, so probably better if I synthesize these myself. I mean, I was planning on doing it anyway, but I guess I'm sort of used to the idea of doing quick synthesis for some of the stuff for the XIV, because most of their stuff you don't need to be high quality, because the Deliverance quests there, they don't care, so. Let's see here. So we have 40 durability to work with, so I got a great strides in order to get through this. Watch me, like, advance touch him and immediately get it all the way up. That wasn't too bad. We're going to need another great strides, though. So, ooh, and I got a good, so that means this is going to go all the way up instantly. Very nice. And then I think this is enough because of my artisan level. Yeah, plenty. High quality boar leather, a go-go. Now, just make the ring bands, and we'll be good. That has 80 durability. Plenty. That's plenty of durability. I should be able to get this working. Finished the main quest for Umberborn yesterday and was looking forward to going to Heaven's Ward and stuff, and the game told you to suck in 100 quests where you're the delivery boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'll be there soon enough, Rockin' Fun. I will feel your pain soon enough. Okay, I think we should be able to get this just like this. Yeah, that's enough. Alright, so, place your bets now. Will a basic synthesis be able to finish this off? I'm pretty sure it will, but let's find out. Yep, 127. So, we got some high-quality boarskin ring bands, and I need to turn off action help, actually, since that's good. There we go. Cole has mentioned to me that he's probably going to be mostly doing roulette stuff today until he catches up with me on the main quest. So if anybody's waiting for me to catch up on the main quest and they, are looking for something to do, you might want to go into the roulettes because you might meet up with Cole and then you can, play around in a party. So 7th Astro Hour is a lot of stuff happening. Some of it's interesting, but also quite long. There's about 10 trials as well as 2 dungeons. Okay. Well, I mean, honestly, even with that being the case, we can probably get, like, a couple of dungeons done each stream. So, 1 or 2. It might be a little exhausting because dungeons tend to be a little more high effort than the rest, but we'll make it through. I'm sure. Yeah, no pressure, naturally. So let me show you the boarskin ring bands that I've made, and you can tell me if they're the finest ones. Unlock most of them. Stuff seems cool. Well, that's good. That's good. Something to enjoy for sure on the way to Heaven's Ward. A smudge? How did that get there? That's not my work. Oh, well, good. She's trying to get under my skin. I think it worked a little. Well, I'm wearing the best possible ring bands you can get in A Realm Reborn, I think. So, yeah, I would have to know the understanding of an ideal one. Well, that's the idea, isn't it, Guildmaster? Well, good. Well, I'm glad I won't be a piece of leather on your wall anymore, Guildmaster. Oh yeah, you talked about the exhibition a while ago. I don't think we brought it up for a little while, though. Oh, okay. So what you're saying is it's only going to get harder from here, right? Well, I'm up for the challenge. I have the proper equipment. I'll be good. Yep, I got it. I will not neglect my training. Yeah, none of this stuff is going to do me any good, so I'm just going to take the silver. Very nice. Quest complete. Probably go do them as a warrior, because, insta-Q and stuff. Yeah, I haven't, unfortunately haven't had that luxury just yet of trying and playing as a tank and getting insta-Q. I mean, when I play as healer and I wait on top of the duty finder like a vulture until it says adventurer and need healer, I get insta-Q. But it's because they need a healer, so it's because a tank is already queued up and that's what they're waiting for. So, let me put away some of my stuff in my saddlebag that I won't need until later. Let's put away this boar hide, put this ingot away. I don't think I need a steel ingot for anything after this, but good to hold on to it just in case.
As a red mage for now, SB. I'm going to be switching over to paladin once I hit 55 on red mage, which is going to be in 3.5 levels.
So there you go. Cole is going to queue up as a red mage for now. Might take a little while to queue like that, but
it's okay. That's why I'm doing it now.
Right. Okay. Didn't need to sell the silver, but better not clutter my inventory. Oh, I turned most of the clear prisms. As a matter of fact, I turned all of the clear prisms that I had previously into glamour prisms using toad leather and element and stuff. And that is why I'm currently wearing the Leatherworker's shirt. You normally can't get this unless you create it or buy it off the market board, and I, of course, took the easy road of buying it off the market board. But this is actually the artisan's gown, whatever it's called, and I just glamored over the top of it. I'm also going to glamour over the crazy shoes that we've got from the artisan set, but I want to wait to do that until I actually get the boots for the Leatherworkers set from the the level 50 quest. So it's gonna be a little while before I can do that. I don't mind the ring bands from the artisan set though, because the gloves for the leatherworker set don't protect your fingers in any way, and since I'm using a very sharp knife in order to cut the leather properly, I'd rather have some protection for my fingers than, you know, fashion in that case. You gotta balance fashion with what's it called? Sustainability, durability, I guess. I don't know. You gotta balance it with your safety too. So could also just form a party. You could do that too. Yeah. So Cole, if you want to, SB's willing to form a party so you can both queue up.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
In a little while, once I'm done doing some errands running around the Eorzea.
Okay, well just let SB know, maybe put it in the chat on Twitch, and let SB know once you're ready to queue up. Okay? Be a responsible young adult. Talking to him like I'm his father. It's okay, he's used to it. Okay, so, as I said, I actually finished up getting my reputation high enough to do the next XIV 9 quest, so that's where we're going to go, and that's what we're going to go do. Let's see how the airship is coming along. Apparently Tadaramu has this quest, so we'll see what he has to say. A bump in the road towards completing the Desert Kalan, huh? Oh boy, what kind of bump we talking about here? I didn't get a chance to mention it, but I also really like the music for the XIV 9's area here. It just, I don't know, it's kind of strange, I guess, but it's nice. I like how it mixes up the fact that it's kind of tranquil here. It's like a calm area with the fact that I'm literally communing with a Beastman tribe. So it's mysterious, I guess, and I like the atmosphere that it creates.
It's ambiguous.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, I don't know if you should thank me for that. They're gonna work you to the bone, like they said, Tadaramu. Well, you'll have your name in the history books, the first non-Ixal to fly in Ixal craft, so... Interceptor, you might want to get off of their blueprints. I didn't check your feet for mud.
God damn it.
He's such a good boy. He'll come off of it in a minute. Or he'll scratch himself all over it and totally ruin the...
My beautiful airship plans!
Sorry, it's a puppy. I don't know what you want from me. And what kind of small issue? An engine jointing component, huh? How difficult we talking here? Coulson is the name of your liaison, huh? Okay, fair enough. Oh, okay, apparently we gotta go back to Gridania. Alright, fair enough. I also get a kick out of the Beast Tribe Quest Accepted music there, because it almost sort of reminds me of like a victory theme or something from Crystal Chronicles, which is a game that's near and dear to my heart, but I already did a playthrough of it, so...
that playthrough.
It was a good playthrough.
It was. I broke the screen 6 times.
No, that was Champions. You had a mental breakdown in the Crystal Chronicles playthrough.
In my defense, we were like, what, 20 episodes off beating the final boss, and we were right in front of the fucking final boss's dungeon?
Yeah, and we had to grind out to make sure we were properly statted up, and it turned out it didn't even matter because we were overpowered for the final boss fight.
To be fair, we still almost fucking died.
Yeah, I guess, but it was a good playthrough.
Oh, that was a good playthrough. We stabbed God in the face with a stick.
Was he God, though? I mean, maybe after he fused with the person who most of the people in the game recognized as actual God. Not by her choice, of course, but, you know. Final bosses be like that. They just sort of absorb people willy-nilly. They don't really care if they have consent or not. Does that make him like a sexual predator? Like a sex offender or something? These are the real questions that I don't get to ask when I'm not thinking straight during the playthroughs. Because you always think of that sort of stuff after the fact. And you're like, oh, Anyway, let's talk to Hida. And see if we can find this Coulson gentleman. Yeah, I'm looking for a person who can procure some materials for me.
Materials.
Maybe I do. Yeah, he's fine. Quiver's Hold, huh? Okay. Quiver's Hold is the Archers Guild, right? I think so. Let's have a look at our map. Yeah, it's the Archers Guild. You know, that place I was gonna go if I ended up starting the game as a Lalafell.
You know, damn shame you passed that on to me. Did you decide to play as
Actually, Cole did it really of his own volition, mostly because he couldn't play as an Al Ra, so he was like, what else could I play as? And then I was like, you know, if you were thinking about playing a tank class, because he was thinking about playing a tank class at that point, he wasn't sure what he was going to play. I says, you should think about playing as a Lalafell, because nobody would see an angry potato being the tank, and from there it just sort of happened. So I'm still trying to convince him. I was still trying to convince him to play as a rogue, because you'd never see a potato ninja coming. Like, they'd be the stealthiest ninja out there. So Shen's still up, I think.
Burying myself in the ground with a potato flame hat on.
They'd never see it coming.
Never.
And just pop out of the ground with your giant fire-breathing frog. And then it just jumps out and ribbits at them and they all explode. Yeah, I might be involved in said case if it has to do with Coulson. Oh, you're looking for Tadamaru. Okay. Well, then I may be able to help you. Yes, actually. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. Ah, here we go. Advisor Coulson, I was looking for you. Yes, I have a letter for you. It might actually be a letter you're looking for anyway, so. He's fine, he's just working on a secret project. Maybe I shouldn't have told them that he was involved with the XO.
That wouldn't be worse.
Yeah, that's not even close to what's happening. Sir, I know you're old and hard of hearing, but are you listening to me? He's perfectly fine. Sir? Yeah, calm down. Slow your roll. He's fine, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you need to actually listen to me when I'm talking to you. Yeah, nice to meet you. Well, maybe he's trying to break away from the company, try to do his own thing, and then he can bring it back so that the company, you know, works better. Oh, the music had it muted over most of your playtime. When you unlocked the one you get from ending the main quest, you immediately turned it back on. I had no regret. The remix you get from the mount is so good. That's good. I'll make sure I listen for it once I finish up the main story. Sure, it'll be pretty good. Potato tank during the final rush. You had that potato dragoon that was in like every cutscene. Nobody ever said there'd be flying potatoes in this game.
Flying potatoes?
Well, yeah, as a dragoon. I guess it's like... I guess it wouldn't be flying, technically. So does that mean... So, as a potato dragoon, does that mean that you're a relative of the Mexican jumping bean?
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, he was looking for some adventure there, Advisor. Nothing of the sort. Well, I still don't know how you're going to face him, because he's probably going to have the same overreaction as you are, and you're going to have to calm him down. Well, that doesn't seem menacing at all. Why would he apologize for going and finding adventure for himself? Like, that's... I mean, I suppose he did make them worry, so there's that, but... He's young there, Coulson. That's why they've fallen on deaf ears. Yes. Well, worst comes to worst, you could always pay the Ixal and the Icatl 9 a visit. Just don't take a wrong turn or you'll end up in the wrong Ixal camp. Oh, okay, cool. So we gotta go back to Falgard Float, we'll take care of the components, and we'll bring him back. He's fine. Worst comes to worst, I've got his back, so I'll make sure he's okay. Why do I get the feeling that's not over yet, though? Like, I get the feeling that his father's gonna become involved in some way. And he's not gonna be, like, he's gonna be almost like the antagonist or something of this quest, or he's just like, boy, you got a responsibility to your airship company, and if you go off and do this shit, I'm gonna disown you from the family. And he's gonna be like, what? No, father, you can't do that. I was just seeking adventure, and he's gonna be like, boy, don't you over-talk me. Don't you talk over me when I'm talking to you. I'm giving you a lesson in responsibility. And be like, okay, what do I have to beat up to make this stop?
Oh, that's funny. How they dominate the world.
Poor team was like, man, there's just too many cat girls. I need a solution to harmonize all this stuff. And then Potato happens. They know how they're everywhere. Dominate the world in secret. Yeah.
We have agents everywhere.
We don't need to be the ones fully dominating the world openly. As long as everyone knows that we're dominating from the shadows. That's all the satisfaction we need. Hello there, Hildegard. We're getting well acquainted, you and I, considering all the stuff we've got going here. You can hardly hear me because I didn't actually say hello. I'm silent protagonist, remember? I have a promissory note for you this time instead of materials. Oh, really? They're that expensive? Oh.
Everything's expensive in Eorzea.
Okay,
You
cool.
seen how much black dye is?
Well, it won't be expensive pretty soon for me!
Lucky you.
I mean, jet black dye, yeah, but not, you know, soot black dye. I got that covered. Okay, so we
What is even
need
the difference between soot black and
engine
jet black?
jointing
Seriously.
component. Jet black is, like, darker, I think. So we need an engine jointing component. Does this need to be high quality? It does. That's fine.
Of course it needs to be high quality. Also, of course it's sandstorming in Thanolin.
I got this. Well, that was almost there. I have inner quiet, right? So, just do it again. Oh yeah, when I leveled up to 51, I got a new ability, Burgut's Brow, but I don't think I'm gonna be using that, really. It's probably halfway decent for, you know, certain things, but I guess I should look before I, you know, say, oh, it's halfway decent. What exactly does Burgut's Brow do? Because I looked, but, I mean, you know, I don't remember. Increases quality, inner quiet effect ends upon reuse, 150% plus 10% for each bonus control granted by inner quiet. So if we're doing a lot of, like, smaller taps with inner quiet to increase our quality, Burgut's Brow would probably be a good thing to use at the end of the steady hand chain for it, just to ensure that it goes there. Of course, the problem is that I'm not a specialist, so I'll only have a 90% success rate with it. So there is a chance it can fail, just like basic touch, but, you know, what can you do? Maybe I'll just become a specialist and then I'll be fine. Okay, so now we gotta head back with our newfound craft and go from there. I need to turn back off action help though, because I'll forget.
Let's go get a warm up.
Did you queue up yet, or?
Not yet. Warming up with Red Mage for a little bit,
Oh, okay.
so I don't, like, suck.
Damn, dude. I think you'll be fine. Because you kind of have an idea of what the combos are, so.
Oh, it's just like Jolt, AO, or AoE Jolt, follow up. And then once the bar's full, you just stab the shit out of them. My favorite duty reloads are the ones where you get the primals, because them shits are easy. And you just get all of the XP.
I used to get Ifrit all the time before we started doing more dungeons for the storyline. Now, I don't think I've gotten Ifrit in quite a while.
I'm sad. I haven't gotten, like, any of the primals. I got Ifrit once, and it was great.
Because it was
Well,
like
send me to, like,
3
the ship
minutes,
dungeons.
in and out, done.
never get any of the good dungeons. I just get Dismail Darkhold because the game knows I fucking hate that dungeon.
Well, if you were here for Toho Temple, you'd get Toho Temple, and that would be fun.
God damn it.
I wish I was recording my last duty rollout run that I did to get the storm seals for the artisan set there from the Grand Company, because it was Karn, and the team that I had was like super freaking good. Like, there was one guy who had never played the dungeon before, but the tank knew what they were doing, and one of the DPSs knew what they were doing, and I was healing. We just like destroyed everything in that dungeon. There wasn't a single person that died, didn't have to resurrect anybody. Everybody figured the mechanics out pretty easily. It was great. It was fantastic. I still don't know what the other tablets do, but it was great other than that. So I did. They were a little, I don't want to say upset, but they are concerned. But I have your jointing component, so here you go. Well, I'm glad that one of us has ties to that sort of stuff. I don't know where I would have procured that stuff otherwise. Well, good. You just want adventure. I get it, Tadaramu. Yeah, he told me you were the son of an airship company mogul, I guess. Wow. It's practically royalty. I didn't think I'd be meeting more royalty, I guess. I've already met royalty in this playthrough, but it's been a while since I've seen any royalty. We haven't been back to see the Sultana in, like, forever. Yeah, just like I said, you know, he finds his own life boring, he wants adventure, he goes out and does stuff, and everyone's like, no, we have to shelter him.
Shelter him! Shelter the poor boy that can obviously fight for himself, or is at least trying to learn.
I don't know if he can fight for himself because he's a crafting class, but, you know.
Let the boy have some fun. Goddamn.
Right.
That's what Phoenix Downs are for, right?
I mean, have you gotten a Phoenix down in this game yet, or?
No, but I've gotten resurrected.
Yeah. No, I get it, Tadaramu. I get it. It's just an adventurous dream, that's all, and I don't know if your father can handle that. We'll see as the quest goes on, I'm sure. They're putting you to work. Yeah, so far this quest has been pretty rewarding. I like the story that they've got going on here. I'm interested each time I get a new quest with them, because I'm interested in where the story's going to go next, so that's good.
Last quest of it is you have to refight Garuda.
Shit! No, it'd be fine because I took care of the Eggy fairly easily, so I think I can take care of Garuda again fairly easily. Reputation up!
Finally.
We are now at friendly reputation with the Akatl 9. And we can now
get... Those of you who are
get...
joining me for duty roulettes, let me know, because I'm about ready to queue up and I wish to get the party together.
Type it in the Twitch chat so SP can see that you're ready. Okay. Just say SP ready whenever you are. Okay, so the engine housing is now integrated into the Dezel Kalan, and we will keep assisting them, and pretty soon we'll have a full-fledged airship. That's another thing that I kind of like about this, is that you actually see the building of this airship as you go along. You see it move further and further to the point where it's, you know, it's getting constructed. It's not like it's in the background and you only see it completed at the end. It's actually sitting out in the open here, and you see bits and pieces of it getting constructed as you go. So that's a nice touch. I like that. But yeah, so now we have access to the deliverance quests over there.
Visual confirmation ship was getting done.
I mean, they don't have to, but it's nice that they took the effort to do so. But yeah, now we can do some more quests from here. I think these ones give you like 29 points of reputation. I forget, but as you can see, as you go higher in level, you need more and more reputation. You start from 0 again, you have to build it all the way up again. So it's going to be like probably 5 or 6 days before I can actually do another Icatl 9 quest, which is not a big deal. I'm not going to do any of those, busy work quests on screen, though, because it's that's the kind of busy work that I do off screen, so we'll save that for later. Okay, now that we're done with that, let's equip our melee gear and actually go and save our friends from the Castrum Sentry. That seems like a fairly important order currently. Oh, I don't even need to cast Teleport. I can cast Return because I set my home point to Revenant's Toll, so that's good. Haven't mentioned the auto hosts yet today so far, so let me mention them now. Shadow Snake, Dream, Kira, and Pem, thank you for the auto hosts. Appreciate them. Okay, back in Mordana. Man, we still got that materia quest. I'm not going to go do that, like I said, until I get to the point in the quest line where I end up back in Thanel, and if that means I don't do it till after the main story, so be it.
I mean, we're going to be going back to Thanel relatively soon.
Am I? Well, good then. Okay, so we got a couple of quests to do here. Drowning out the voices for Cid. And then the other one from Glaumont, so... I've been queued up before and did an entire dungeon between then and now. Nice.
It's okay. I had some errands to run around all of Eorzea, so we wanted to get those done before I started rouletting.
Speaking of Dream, hello Dream, how you doing? I was just mentioning the auto host that you had go through at the beginning of the stream there. Never seen so much snow around here. It fell for 24 hours. Oh, geez. That sounds like what we were buried in like a week and a half ago. And I think we're supposed to get some snow later this weekend, maybe, around here. But I don't know. It's kind of weird, the weather around here, because it's lake effect. So pretty much our weather is not the same as like landlocked places, where if you're in a town that's closer, further away from the water, further away from the Great Lakes, you get different weather kind of than we do. Like where we are, if the lake has bad weather, then we have bad weather. But if the lake does not, it pushes the bad weather away from us, basically. So
there we go.
Oh, it was Orem Vale. Oh my God. That's terrible.
So terrible.
I'm sorry.
Why is Orem Vale just like annoyance? Incarnated as a dungeon.
It wasn't that bad when I did it, but I think we had a good group, so that might have been why it was.
True.
Normally Seattle has different weather than the Cascades, so you know what I mean. Okay, yeah, I get you.
Yep, I am ready, SB. I'm going to start queuing. Let me just pull up this here duty finder.
Oh, you're going to make a communication jamming advice. Okay, that's interesting.
I'm pressing the go button. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, I need to be party aid. Or maybe you could do it. I don't know.
I was going to say, if you guys want to communicate between one another, I could end the call with you, Cole, and then you and SB could go on multiplayer chat, but that's up to you.
We're good.
Okay.
If we're going to move over there, we may as well all move.
Wiped in the first room, but not after. I think the tank was just struggling to not lose aggro. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, okay.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, so you just need me to go survey the crystals and then go from there. Okay, fair enough.
Wow, queuing was a DPS of somebody else didn't take an hour? What is this?
Well, that depends on what SB's class is.
I didn't actually look, so... Ah, you bastard! What? There we go.
Oh, I probably will, Sid, but I can handle it.
I hate it when that happens.
How's overall progress in 14? So I haven't been keeping up. We're getting close to the end of the main story, actually. I've been stopping for a decent chunk of side content in between a bunch of the story quests, because...
I think SB wants us to move over to the multiplayer chat, Jimmy.
Okay. I was going to say you two could move over to the multiplayer chat.
But then you wouldn't be able to hear me.
Oh,
So
yeah,
why
I
don't you
guess
just
that's
move
fair
on?
enough. All right, I'll pull everybody in the stream chat then. Hang on.
Okay.
So... But yeah, we've been making pretty decent progress on the main quest, I think. We're almost done with the main quest, so... and then we'll go from there. So let's pull Cole into here. There we go.
There we go.
And then we'll pull SB into here. There. Now you guys can chat, so you don't have to be, like, desynced in any way.
I can also harass you with questions and trivia.
Right. But yeah, I've been stopping for some side content there, Dream, in between a few things. But once I get done with the main quest, there will be a lot less stopping because you can't do any more of the side content that I actually care about until we get to the next DLC, basically, Heaven's Ward. So.
Get back here!
Oh, practice part of an Imperial Trooper. Okay.
The space between the 2.0 content and the 3.0 content is pretty sizable, unfortunately.
I don't know.
A lot of the stuff at the end, pretty much all of the stuff in A Realm Reborn, you could say, it got reconsidered in future things. So they're in like the stuff after Heaven's Word's main plot is much shorter, as is so far Stormblood, and I believe since that's about to end, it will be shorter as well.
Gotcha.
Also the things with in general are very different by the end of A Realm Reborn because they make them a lot less. They make them a lot more linear and usually don't evolve as much, like needing to wander around and figure out puzzles.
Okay, gotcha. Got a snowball mic recently instead of your headset mic, and your audio isn't terrible anymore. I got to get rid of the snowball that I got here. It's like 5 or 6 years old, and it's starting to cut out on me quite a bit. I think that's the reason why Discord's been disconnecting me so much, is because this mic is old, and so when it cuts out, Discord stops recognizing it and doesn't like re-recognize it until I log out and back in. So
yeah, Discord can be weird like that.
Yeah, so I got to look into getting new audio features. And I'll probably do that soon.
Yeah. The game client itself also does that with sound for some reason. But worse, I find that if my headphones get unplugged or something and I disconnect from the sound, the game will crash.
Oh, wow. And
I don't know if it's just supposed to do that, or at least, I don't know if that's a known issue and they're just like, it's because you unplugged it, or if it's just something on my end.
I haven't had it happen, but I don't think I've had my headphones unplugged while I was playing, so...
You could try it.
I could try it, yeah. I'll hold off on doing that. Maybe I'll screw around with it, like I'll record it and do it or something and see if anything bad happens. Instead of streaming it. Anyway, let's see.
That's much less fun.
So you're going to teach me to Imperial Salute... Oh, okay, you want me to find out how to Imperial Salute. Okay. Always the hard way with these people. It's fine, though. I don't care. Okay, so the crystals Sid was talking about are over by that camp that got taken away. And then this one's all the way over by the front door. Okay, fair enough.
I mean, you know what they say about making copies of copies.
Yeah. Oh, actually, hang on. Let me get Confucius out here. So he can join in on the fun while we're running around here.
This is strange.
What's that?
I don't have my retreat at this level.
No. No, you do not have a core. I think it's core. That's the jump back.
Yeah, it is. It's just weird, because I'm used to going like, okay, get my rotation down, get my white mana, my black mana even, rush in, do my full combo, tell them to kiss my ass, jump away, rinse, repeat.
Yeah. The downside of an easy low dungeon is that you can't do any of your cool stuff yet. I don't even have like my oaths, so I basically am just going off of raw, having higher hit points, more or less.
Ah, damn it! I pressed the wrong button. Oh well.
Okay, let's use that electromagnetic reader here. It's kind of unfortunate that fate spawned right on top of this crystal, but yeah, whatever. It's fine. We'll make it work.
It's really annoying, and I hate when that happens.
Yeah, we'll make it work. Rock breaker.
Switch targets. Get the scanner going. Shoot a hail cannon at him. Stay up.
You also don't. Do you even have scatter yet?
Yeah, I have scatter and jolt. I'm using both.
Oh yeah, you are using it. Because you don't have until level 52, you don't get your AOE enchanted attack.
Based on the way that I'm going, I'm probably gonna get it by the end of this dungeon.
Yeah, I mean, It won't take too long. You're already at level 51. Of course, that just means you'll get it, and then for the rest of for the 7th Astral Era stuff, since that's all at level 50, you will not get to use it again until Heaven's Word. Like actual content.
I can't get back up from here, can I? Well.
Technically speaking, none of the classes get their level 50 plus stuff either until Heaven's Word.
Oh, okay.
I see.
Alright, Confucius, we gotta make a jump. Ow. My legs.
Hand scatter.
Yeah. What I learned recently as well, I had forgotten about, is that a lot of the dungeon for cannot be done Heaven's Word because, like, for example, the warrior quest at level 50 to be able to get to the level 54 area in Heaven's Word, which is
yeah.
So you can't just go and do that, I don't.
Yeah. A little unfortunate, but you know.
I have to look, but it might not even be possible.
I think I'm gonna have to kill this Nyx because he's not moving. He's too busy cleaning himself to move on.
When in doubt, murder the frog.
Yeah, because we don't want the frog using stick tongue.
It is the worst when you start a quest thing and then a frog walks up, pulls you, and now you've got 2 additional enemies on you.
Yeah.
And it pulls you into range.
Oh, nice job, Confucius. I walked away from the AoE like, oh, I gotta get out of this, and Confucius just kicks him to death.
Nice.
Okay, that's 4. Last one. Oh, and this one doesn't even have a plasmoid spawn at it. Nice. And that's that. Okay, well, we can return to Sid now, but let's go take care of our other business first before we return to him. I haven't had Fists of Fire up, that's why everything feels like it's taking longer to kill. I'll have to do that when I get off Confucius.
By the way, this is one of the advantages of doing of having your quests visible, because if you have a quest item, you can just click on that and use it immediately without having to go into the menu.
Right, yeah.
I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I know that you can, I've done that with certain quests, like where you have to use an item in order to weaken an enemy or something like that. I've used it that way. What I'll do in that case is I'll just turn off my macro for the enemy list and everything, and then I'll turn on the quest macro. So, whoops.
Okay.
So yeah, I have a system. It's not ideal, but it works, I think.
It also helps if people come in and are like, what quest is he doing?
Right.
What
yeah.
part of the story is he on?
Yep.
But it's a secret.
Cool.
It's a secret to everybody. Okay. That mud puppy.
I might make you really sad to
Okay.
tell you this, but I actually do not know what that reference is actually from. I don't think I played the game.
I'm pretty sure I don't know
it's
what it's
Zelda?
from either. It could be. Could be Zelda.
That's annoying.
Okay.
I've heard it secondhand from other people, so that's how.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim, I thought you said what?
What?
I thought you said you could switch targets while casting.
It turns out you can't. Once you queue up a spell to cast, it is cast on whatever target you had when you first queued it up.
If the target dies, you can't change.
Right.
You have to cancel the spell.
Yeah. So if you're planning on switching your spell call, make sure that you move a little bit so you interrupt your own spell, and then cast again, like once you switch targets.
I think there's a button for it too, but I don't remember what it is. And I always end up just moving anyway because
Yeah.
I'm efficient.
One thing I like about Red Mage is
Taken
because of
care
dual
of.
cast and being able to just instantly cast, I can actually cast the Ver Arrow or Ver Thunder or the like while moving.
Yeah, because it's an instant cast.
That's nice. Confucius, can you see anything? I've still got my blindfold on.
Kapow. Bluey.
Okay, that's pretty easy. It's just pick up your leg.
It's a very specific movement, though.
They probably would notice like imperfections and stuff pretty easily.
Yeah. Yeah, you're learning it in approximately 15 seconds of watching someone.
That's
They
okay.
probably have to like do drills for it every
Yeah,
day.
yeah. That's okay. I'm a quick learner.
Okay.
I also like that it has you copy them and then just like smirk.
I got it.
No, come back here.
Can I make that gap? No, not quite. No stunt tricks with this chocobo, unfortunately. Maybe later.
I'm always like thinking I can reach some of those jumps, especially in Morgana, and then you can't. Maybe this time that does not change it.
Yeah, that's what just happened there. There was a jump that I thought I could make, maybe, but I lost my trajectory at the end, and I flopped into the, like, I hit a rock, basically.
Yeah.
We'll just leave that fate there alone. It looks like those two have got it pretty well in hand, other than the guy who just got bad breath because he didn't move.
Whoops.
But,
I got this.
okay.
Also, I don't know how much dungeons you've actually done with Red Mage.
Just the second one, Cole?
At a certain point, especially at low level, if your tank is not actually like actively using their aggro effects, then it can sometimes be almost impossible to pull from a Red Mage. Red Mage and Samurai are both really more powerful than they should be at lower levels. Like, because they got retroactive scaling, more or less.
Right.
They're not balanced at early levels. They're like
I see.
Really strong.
High level.
Right.
Yeah. So they don't scale as well as some of the other classes, but they sink down really powerfully. I mean, that's not to say they're not like strong at higher levels.
They're just strong all the way through, pretty much, whereas you got to build up to it in other ones.
Yeah, they scale more. Their curve evens out as opposed to other classes where it goes up.
Right. Oh, okay. So Glaumont's got a little PTSD with the Imperials. Let's not demonstrate the salute. Just save him the trouble, I think. There we go.
Scatter.
Excuse me, Confucius, gotta take this next one. Dressed for conquest, huh? Alright, let's check this out. Yes, that is me. Yeah, that is a good question. I mean, do we just pry them off the dead bodies of the Imperials I've been murdering, or what?
Most likely.
More or less.
I had a feeling it would be like that. Yeah, basically exactly what I just said. So get 3 sets of gear, 1 for each member of the infiltration. Oh, I'm part of the infiltration team with Biggs and Wedge. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's a good idea? Like, are they gonna... Well, I guess it doesn't matter, I was gonna
helmet.
say.
And also, you wear a mask normally.
Right.
So.
I was just gonna say with, like, a Lalafell and a Rogadin might not be a good idea, but they have subjugated, I'm sure, lands with Lalafell and Rogadin in them, so it won't be that out of the ordinary.
Yeah, they have people from everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect
yeah,
for our
You're
plan.
getting to like my favorite quest so far.
Yeah, that's actually probably advantageous for you. Is that you can that they're not particularly inclined to think, oh, where is this guy from? Who is he? Because
Right.
That applies to basically everyone.
Right. Yep.
In their in their army.
Okay, Sid. Well, we got the ratings you needed, so that's a good thing. Okay, and no more quests from him, so we'll just get those pieces of gear, and then once we're done with that, we'll see what we can do. Probably got to go all the way back to the Castrum now, huh? Yeah. Okay.
Murder the end.
Working on it.
I was actually going to say,
Swift cast. Bam.
if you guys want to, and this is entirely up to SB because this would be a dungeon that SB would be running over again. Cole, if you wanted to do Karn while you're waiting for me, since you haven't done Karn yet, this might be a prudent time to do so.
I'd be fine doing that with you.
But I don't have Karma Duty Finder, I don't think. Ow.
Well, I'm sure we can direct you.
I forget who you have to talk to for it.
If I remember right, I talked to Nedrick in Vesper Bay.
I would think it would be Nedrick.
Yeah.
Because he gets a lot of those low level
Yeah.
quests.
Scatterburst.
So once you guys are out of that, just
Thunder.
we'll see if we can. SB can probably help direct you, and I can help direct you.
Yeah.
AoE. That looks painful.
And then you'll be good to go.
Don't stand in the death.
Standing in the death is bad.
Yeah.
Typically, yes.
Is that the Vivian one? Yeah. Did they just abandon her?
Oh, hell.
Interesting.
Dealing with the ads.
I guess those two guys
got-
that were trying to handle it couldn't
Let's
handle
deal.
it. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, Quinfucius. Actually, I realized earlier I ate something. I didn't mean to eat something, but I mean, it's not a huge deal. I'm sure a teeny little bit of extra experience won't make that much of a difference. I mean, I need 860,000 to get to the next level at this point anyway, so... I'll be with you in a moment, Signifer. First, I have to kill your tank. There we go.
So the one thing, you can live break if you want.
I don't have it on my bar. And he's old.
Might want to put that on there then, bro.
It's really good to add it for everyone except for tank when it is very rare to come. Even then, you know, like what's happening.
Yeah.
Tank LB3 is a required mechanic for one dungeon, and otherwise it's like limited effect.
All right.
I mean, it's not useless. It's not to say it's useless, but
Just not as useful as some of the other ones.
yeah. Oh, I leveled because I got an achievement.
Oh,
Let's see what
nice.
level I got to out of this. No commence, but you know what? I did my job.
Yeah, as a red mage, you're kind of hard pressed to get commence, though. I think.
Oh, I only leveled up to 52. Level up. Oh well. Okay.
Okay, yeah. You talk to Nedra and take the quest Braving New Death.
There you go. Did you hear that, Cole?
What?
You talk to Nedrick in Vesper Bay, and he's got a quest called Braving New Depths, and that's the
Okay.
one you'll need for Karn. You'll have fun.
I don't doubt it.
It actually was remotely difficult too. Like, it was the first dungeon that I had experienced where I couldn't just coast through it like it was nothing. So.
All right. 7, 6.
Oh yeah. I didn't realize the bees. They do a fixed amount of damage. They do 90% of your maximum health automatic.
Oh.
Do the sting.
Oh, wow.
Which is why it's super bad, because it's like, if two of them target you, you cannot survive that.
Right.
And if two of them target someone who is already taking damage, they will probably die.
Yeah. Yeah. That's no good. All right. Let's bring
No,
these
it's
uniforms
not.
back.
Let's put you.
Static is used
Right.
tank LB a bunch of times to ignore mechanics on EX and Savage fights. I guess
Yeah.
there's another use for it.
Yeah, it's a requirement to use, I think, in Uwu dungeon. AKA Ultimate Weapon Ultimate, but everyone just calls it Uwu.
Oh, gotcha.
Because of course they do. Why wouldn't they? And I know that there's a mechanic where you have to do 3 different classes of limit break in a row, and they have a way of doing that, but you have to. It has a special effect on like the healer break where it cleanses a doom, and then you have to use an AOE or you'll be unable to clear a DPS check
No.
where you won't be able to kill as fast. And other than that, you just need to tank through it with the tank break.
Okay. Gotcha. I'll have to keep
And
an
of
eye out
course,
for
you
that.
know, melee DPS limit break is the one that you're going to see most often because it's the finishing move.
Right. Yep. I did in fact obtain 3 sets of Imperial equipment. Here you go.
Let's go.
Yeah, sorry, my fists are too strong. I couldn't avoid damaging them.
Fists of Fiore.
Pretty much.
Going to get the sunken temple.
Oh, well, good.
quest now.
Glad that he knows what
I got my AOE
do
though.
with these. Well, good. So take these to the Weaver's Guild and the Armorer's Guild. Okay, I can do that.
Maybe I should move that.
Hopefully by the time I'm done in both those places, my return will be back, which, I mean, it's not that big a deal. I could just teleport instead, but less money to spend.
Well, Jimmy, it's starting to get to that point.
Like what?
I might have to unlock my 3rd hotbar again.
Oh boy.
I have 5 spaces left.
I would recommend having 4.
Yeah, I've got 4, so...
I
If
think we
you
have
don't
3
want to
hotbars
crowd
now.
everything into your hotbar, you'll probably need 4.
I wouldn't even know what to press to alternate that from my normal setup.
I use...
Mine is 1 through 0, Q and E. I don't know what else I could press aside from Alt and Shift.
Well, yeah, I use Shift, Alt, and Control for my other hotbars, so...
Well, here's what you can do. Is also you can just use the top bar and put things that you will very rarely use, but are good to have on your bar, or things that are like your tank stance, where you activate it once and then don't need to be actively using that button.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that it's available, but you don't need to mess with it.
Right.
It doesn't need to be super available.
See, my thing is, I technically have 3 hotbars right now, but I was more talking about my other one, which I had to press Control plus a number to do skills.
Mm-hmm.
My 3rd hotbar right now is mostly for my mounts, my sprints, just basic items that I really don't like.
See, that would be the one then that I would stick on, like, no button, basically.
Yeah, it doesn't have any buttons. I just click them.
So then do another bar where you, like, hold Alt and then press those numbers or Q or E, and then...
That could work. It's just going to require me to do some maneuvering with my pinky.
Yeah.
When I actually press it.
Yeah, because your mouse is a little different than mine. You don't have all the buttons on the left side like I do.
Not to self get a mouse like that. I like my mouse, though.
Where are you right now?
I'm in the process of going to the Sunken Temple to actually get the quest.
Okay. So let me know when you're there and I can kill some.
Okay.
I don't think you've had a helm as unusual as this one. Not in a while there, Guildmaster. You'll have to see it to believe it. Oh, yeah, I guess that would make a difference. No, he didn't mention any of that stuff, so... Oh? Okay, so he has the same passion for adventure that Tadamaru has there. Got it.
Sometimes rich people like to actually do things instead of bathe in gigantic pools of gil.
I think those are the admirable ones where they're like, well, you know, I kind of have made my fortune. Let me go do something more productive with my time instead of just sticking with it.
Yeah. I think you're not wrong.
Oh, he already settled the bill. Well, I guess it pays to have a rich benefactor. Not that I'm not, you know, somewhat rich in my own right. I've got so much money burning a hole in my pocket still, but I guess it's a subjective thing because, I mean, again, if you've watched my XCOM playthrough from previously, you'll know that I would prefer having money be spent than sitting in my wallet. And the amount of money I have currently is an excessive amount for me, so...
The Sunken Temple of Karn is open.
Well, good. Good luck with Toho Temple, you two.
How invested are you in queuing right away?
I don't mind, actually.
Okay. Because I don't want to play tank 3 times in a row.
Okay.
It's going to be a little bit anyway before I'm probably caught up with both of you, so, you know, probably don't need an insta-queue.
Did you... I think I'm on the quest that's immediately after the thing that you're setting up to do.
Okay.
I don't know if Cole is beyond me.
I am beyond.
Okay.
I think, because I forget who mentioned it. Maybe it was USP or maybe it was somebody else, but I think there is another trial between here and the final dungeon. So I'm going to try to get, like, close to that today, but not do it today.
There is. It's not far off. It's also worth noting that this is the unfortunate honor of being the easiest trial in the game.
Oh, okay.
In that, because of the way it's set up and the fact that it's, it was made for people who had like item levels that were below the maximum of what you can have at 50 now.
Oh.
You can clear it in about a minute.
Oh, okay.
Not counting the cutscene, which is longer.
Got it. See, because I don't have to do any side quests between now and I think the quest after that one. So I'm pretty well free in that regard until we're done with that. But again, it depends on how long it takes me to get through these quests.
Right.
If we have to end the stream off a little early today because we get like right up at the doorstep of that one, like if we do a 2.5 hour stream today or something, that's fine with me. Then we'll do the trial tomorrow when we first start up or something.
Right. So the quest you're doing right now, there's about 2 quests after, and then there's the part where you actually try to do the rest. and then there's a quest after that, which is largely cutscene stuff. And then there's a quest after that, which is largely cutscene stuff, and then it unlocks the trial.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's about where you are.
Okay. Yeah, then it sounds like, just from what you said there, if I'm making my estimates correctly, we'll be about at the point where we're at, like, right on the doorstep of the trial, right at the end of the stream today. So
you might be. It would be plausible.
Mm-hmm. We'll see how much we get done.
Yeah.
Yeah, some garments for you. They're a little bit out of the ordinary, but I think you guys can handle it. Try best to save in this game. There's much more expensive stuff to save up for. Yeah, I'm going to try to save up because I'm anticipating making some larger purchases once I get to Heaven's Ward, so...
You know, I think that's the thing that's really stopping me from catching up to you that much.
What's that?
The fact that we're not in Heaven's Ward yet.
No.
Or even post-patch, or Realm Reborn.
You mean in terms of your levels and stuff?
In terms of, like, stuff we're just doing, yeah.
Because my level, technically at this point, you shouldn't use my Scholar Summoner levels as my levels. Those levels are inflated like that because I needed 43,000 Storm Seals to get all the crap I needed for Leatherworker. So my level is basically 51. That's where I'm at right now. So.
Yeah, and I mean, once you get to Heaven's Word, you'll be able to do maybe 2 or 3 of the newly available quests, and then none of the and then you'll have to unlock more areas to do it.
Okay. Buy a house, your large one cost 40 million. That might be a little out of my budget.
We don't need houses. We can be hermits.
I mean, I have Confucius for a roof over my head most of the time, so do I really need a house? It's more like a beach umbrella than a roof over my house, though, if I'm being honest. Well, there, Ethelwine. It's something that I don't know that the rank and file of us could technically understand, but it's what he wants, so.
I mean, honestly, I don't even know why I'm concerned.
What about your level?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be fine with the level. I mean, remember, before we had Road to 60 to work our characters with, people had to actually go and do a bunch of side quests in order to get themselves up to this point. Like, if we didn't have Road to 60, we probably wouldn't even be nearly as far as we are currently.
On some low shit, the 10 levels between 60 and 70 are going to be agonizing.
I mean, I guess.
We've gotten spoiled all this time, and it's just gonna be like, oh, we can level up for that time, but literally the last stream
That was the first time in my time in the game that I got to a point in the main story quests where I was not high enough level on any of my classes to do the main story quest that was next, and I had to grind for it.
Gotcha.
So it does spoil you.
Thank God it's only 10 levels, though.
Well,
I mean,
we'll see once we get there.
If you ever do Shadowbringers, I'll be talking to that.
Right.
Probably.
Yeah, probably do the
Unless
same.
they botch
sort of
something horribly. I don't know how they would manage that.
Level caps, is the level cap 99 or 70?
70 right now.
Thanks.
I don't know if they're planning on expanding that once they bring Shadowbringers out, but they have changed the level cap with each big expansion so far.
Yeah.
So
I would imagine it's going to be bumped up to at least.
I'd rather deal with 10 levels of hell than 20 levels of hell.
It'd be 30.
Trust me.
No, it'd be 40.
depending on where they
Well, I can't
put the
imagine
cap
they boosted up to 99. Level
Well, I
99
mean,
has always been like the cap
Okay.
in like Final Fantasy games.
Yeah. I mean, of course, that would also presume that they are going to be like, okay, the game is finished. It's an MMO, so I would be surprised.
Right, yeah. They're constantly adding new stuff, so to
Yeah,
cap
here's
at
the thing.
99, it would be like, okay, you're just going to give us more and more inflated item level stuff instead of increasing the level cap. I don't know if people would want to do that.
Or they could incorporate a different system where it's like you hit level 99 and then you need to start leveling up in a different way but uses a similar experience. Essentially levels beyond 99.
Yeah.
So
Like
that way you can
extra
stay at...
levels.
Yeah.
I could see that. The issue would be if there was a maximum character level but arbitrarily high item level, then eventually you would have a situation where if you came into a dungeon and you had a reasonably high eye level but hadn't been playing for a while, other people would basically leave you in the dust because they would have like unfathomably higher item values than you, even though they were technically the same level.
It'd be like queuing up with a blue mage in Temtera Deepcroft after they've already learned 1,000 needles.
See, that's the one thing that, like, I could see. This game's generally, as far as I can tell, relatively balanced. It's not like some of the other MMOs I play. I could see them doing, like, one of the mini expansions between like, they release level 99, they do a miniature expansion, then they release whatever the hell they're going to do for past level 99. And then it's just like, oh, okay, here's, like, really fucking amazing gear for level 99. This is it. This is all you're getting. And then from here on out, it's like expert level or something like that. So it's just like,
how bad it is.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I don't know how bad it is in like WoW or like other games, you know, if I've played them. But in this, I don't think there's going to be usually a case where, unless you're playing like the Savage tier stuff, there's going to be an issue if you're playing a class that is bad. I don't think any of the classes are really bad. At worst, they're just kind of underwhelming. Machinists can do stuff. It's just that Machinists is at a huge disadvantage to do stuff, and for a lot of people, it's just not possible because they don't have enough internet.
Right.
Otherwise, like, the other things people are looking at is Dark Knight, White Mage, and possibly Pupilist Monk. Monk's main issue is just a meta thing, in that having bludgeoning damage does not match with any other class in the game.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy, I wanted to ask you something after the stream today.
Okay. I'll try to remember to remind you.
And SB just reminded me of it.
I'll try to remember to remind you.
Like Dragoon and Bard use piercing damage, and they synergize with each other really well.
Right.
And then everyone else basically uses
slashing. And then there's Monk, which is on its own over here with blunt damage.
Yeah. I don't think anyone else in the game uses blunt damage like regularly, unless you count like the Black Mage whacking you with their stick. Right.
Which if you're doing that, you're probably playing Black Mage wrong, or you're out of MP. Which would be playing Black Mage wrong.
It would be. Just use Blizzard 1.
Right. Use whatever you have that's magic, because your physical is not gonna do it for this.
Just remember, kids, if the Bard's out of MP, he's doing his job.
Yeah. That is also true. Yeah, then the thing with Dark Knight is that Dark Knight is really good at reducing damage to the AT. But the other tanks have a lot more like utility to protect allies, or to hold aggro or things like that, which means that in like high-end content where you're trying really hard to keep your teammates alive as much as you are yourself.
Right.
Like Paladin is really good at keeping teammates alive. Not shockingly, I assume.
Right.
Seeing as they have both cover and a heal and passage of arms and the like.
Honestly, that's.
And then White Mage is in a weird spot where it's supposed to do damage, but more than the other healers, and just have raw healing numbers, but it doesn't really do either of those things in practice. And if a class is balanced around their numbers, it's often easier to make them up, because if their numbers are good, they're too good, and they beat out everyone else. If their numbers are not good, they have nothing else going for them.
Right. Yeah. So it's just a few little balancing issues for specific classes that they need to work on then.
Oh, 10 minutes. That was a lot less terrible than I thought.
Yeah. I'm not to say that there are issues with balancing. Like, it's not an unbalanced game. I think that is just that there are things that people want to be better at able to do.
Right. Yeah.
And I've consistently seen people complaining about the machinist thing with latency.
Yeah.
Where it does limit your damage with your flames and your bombs and stuff.
I could see that being an issue. Got to the final phase of 04S as White Mage and final phase of 08S
after this
Machinist.
dungeon,
Said it before, but don't think there's any issue at all with balancing. People are going to draw comparisons no matter what. That's a fair argument as well, Yugman. Yeah, it depends on what side of the issue you're on, really. I'm kind of on the fence at this point because I haven't done any of the content where it actually matters, latency and that sort of stuff, so I can't really form an opinion one way or the other yet, but
what do I have?
yeah,
and what do
I think
not
it's just
have?
depending on what side
I
of
got
the issue
downgraded
you're
all the
on.
way down to 37.
Yep.
Oh, that's a lot less terrible than I thought. Okay. I have shit to work with, thank God.
Oh, crap.
Oh, okay. So we're going to be using our newfound gear that we just got with Sark Malark there, and we're going to try to disguise ourselves and get into the Imperial forces.
Yeah, this is kind of like the thing where you disguise yourselves as the beggars. If you remember that.
Yeah.
Approximately 30 levels ago.
Yeah, when we were in Camp Drybone to do that part.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Except
So you
instead
have to
of
actually have it
except instead of just chatting with people, we're actually gonna go and do something about it this time.
Yeah. You don't actually need to fight them, but you're gonna have a drop in value. So it might be good to have like an extra item set. where you
Okay,
just
so make a
equip
separate
the
gear
stuff.
set. Okay.
Yeah, like a separate gear set.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
So
Then.
3 potatoes and a cat walk into a sunken temple. We have a dark knight, a red mage. What the hell are the other 2?
Black mage and scholar.
It's weird.
So I think in the next room there are bees. Kill the bees because they, like I said, they have an attack that it does 90% of the target's maximum health and damage. Which gives the tank some.
So that thing in that movie, The Village, with Nicolas Cage, is actually true in the Sunken Temple. So don't let them be Nicolas Cage, Cole.
It's okay.
I dropped my mic.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't know if you heard a horrible clanging noise of some kind.
I heard a little noise, but it wasn't like a big clang. So.
This mic is much better than my other one, which was my headset and had the worst audio quality.
Yeah, I actually have I have Verstonen for fire. That's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's weird, but.
Keep changing what you have.
It's like I have all my stuff to work with in the world map, and I'm just like, oh, hey, this is cool. And then I'm just like, oh, wait, fuck, I don't have this. Oh, speaking of.
Okay, so let's add Imperial Salute to our favorites, just so we can keep that in mind. We have the gear now for the for the Imperial stuff. So let's put that.
Here's an idea. You will need to use the Imperial Salute a lot. So if you put the gear, you can put emotes on the gear list on your hotbar. So if you want to specifically have the Imperial Salute on your hotbar.
Okay.
Imperial.
That might not be a bad idea then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Change set name.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
This is
Imperial.
What?
There we go.
we did not kill the second bee fast enough.
Oh, fuck. Is that bad?
It suicide bombed the tank who was not at full health.
Oh.
So if I do that, does this hide helmet right now? Yeah, it does because I'm still on monk. Okay, that's actually fine. So I need
I think
to...
you can hide the helmet.
Yeah, so I need to hide it and then update it because what I have is in my macros I have it set so that when I pull up my hotbars, it
Yeah, that is
shows
why
my helmet. So.
Kill the bees first, because after a while, I think.
All right, so let's take the. We don't need the food, I don't think. So let's
I
take
wish I
that
had
off
for a raise right now.
and put.
I think the tank is waiting for a raise, and the healer was thinking the tank was going to just respawn, which they probably should because they don't need.
So let's
Well, upside. My white black man is full.
Oh, is it?
So now I'm just gonna rip the next room a new one.
Well, that'll help. All right, so I got the salute on my hotbar. Let's go
I think
take
people-
care of this.
Okay, so there is.
Oh yeah, and so we're gonna kidnap a Magitek armor while we're at this, I think, as well. I think that was what they were mentioning.
Let's go core.
I guess I could
So
write
I
in
have
a
used
chocobo.
the targeting, so you should kill the thing with the target, which is the.
The bee.
Yeah, kill the
Because-
bees.
Yeah, because the tank, as a low-level Dark Knight,
Doesn't
who
have
should
any.
have grit and is not using grit, which is their mitigation effect.
Maybe they're still learning
Shut
Dark
the fuck
Knight.
Yeah, I mean you have grit when you start,
Right.
and you start at level 30.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I had that happen in one of the dungeons when I was doing duty roulette. Like they had I don't know if it was a Dark Knight, but I had a tank who wasn't really using like their off GCDs and their mitigation effects and that sort of stuff. So.
More commonly, I find that people, to be fair, I think this is sensible. People use all of their mitigation at the same time, which seems efficient, but it's actually putting you at a lot of downtime for how
Right.
much defense you have.
Right.
Full, so
This mud puppy is so enormous that I can barely walk past it to use my my combo there.
So Cole, I should tell you now, there are going to be more beasts. First of all, kill them very quickly because they will kill or you.
Understood.
It will use an ability called Mortal Ray after it starts to growl. When it starts to growl, one of the tiles will light up orange. Sometimes that tile will turn off and a new tile will light up. But when it does that, you need to find the tile that is glowing and stand on it because Mortal Ray applies Doom, and the Doom cannot be removed except by standing on the tile or dying.
Oh shit.
So it's which tile? It's this one. See right here. You're right next to it. Cole, come back. Come back.
Okay.
Yeah, and all you gotta do is step on that tile and it'll get rid of the Doom. So once you see Doom pop up on you, just step on the tile and you'll be good.
My hardcore just
Yes, Yugman, not the beasts! They're in my eyes.
Zap you! Fuck your chicken strips!
Wait, what? Shit.
Who's down? Who's down?
The tank is.
Ah, shit.
Again.
Maybe it wasn't the smartest idea to walk up on a bunch of Imperial officers with a chocobo that has a Lomenson saddle
I
on
cannot
it.
raise.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and bring this guy down.
You're gonna have a bad time because they're hard res. And it's also not going to go off because it's gonna... Oh, they didn't die.
Alright then, dickhead.
Thankfully, the Imperials didn't seem to notice Confucius not being a
Okay,
member up there.
I'm just gonna do this, and then this. Cut my aggro off. I forgot I could do that.
Yeah, that will be useful. Especially if the tank's, dead.
He is, but he came back. We did actually get off a res.
No, okay, good.
I tried to not die horribly.
You did not die horribly, no, you did good.
Yeah. I'm learning.
Okay.
Hooray, I'm learning.
That was also
Do you want a gold star, Cole?
What'd you say, Jimmy?
Do you want a gold star, or would that be too patronizing?
I think that would be too patronizing.
Okay, fair enough.
You warming up my dinner later would be nice, though.
Oh, hey, we got a smoke signal as well. All right, let's plot this up so we can see if we can draw their attention.
Fucking didn't see. Zap you.
I don't know if I have my helmet
magic
on.
been
It's
all
okay.
my life.
I told
It's so like repetitive with Paladin. I was just like, damn, I gotta do the same shit all over again. I can't go into Sword Oath and do all this damage.
Well, see, this is why I told you to check out a different class so you could, try something else out.
Okay, so Cole, do not attack the square until the square is standing on one of those tiles.
Okay.
If the square is standing on the tile and it dies, it will not respawn, and the tile will be a trigger pressure plate, and it will open that door. If it dies while it's standing not on the tile, it will get back up, and you'll have to kill it.
Yep.
Also kill the bee.
I'm working on it.
Oh, hey, Sid, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted to be here for it. Okay. Well, you might have to help me with these guys, so...
My brain just low-key turned off there for a minute, sorry.
Oh, also these two guys just come in because I don't know where they're standing on the other side of the door, but they just do that.
The enemy might be closer than you think,
minute.
Imperials.
So you need to put one on each. You need one on each tile, but they are not just. There we go.
Oh, was I supposed to not be wearing the Imperial officer's uniform at this point? Because I'm still wearing it.
I don't think you need to know. So.
Ah, well, rip.
Oh well. I mean, how much worse is it than your current gear?
Not enough to make a difference. So, well.
Oh. Okay. So do you see the things that were in the flame?
Uh-huh.
Those are for the puzzle at the end where you need 2 tiles. Those are the 2 tiles you need for the end of the day. So if you don't pick these up now, you're gonna have an unhappy time. Because you will not have them and you'll have to come back and get them.
Is there anything else I was supposed to grab?
No. All the other tiles are optional.
reestablish our demolish. Getting killed by bug bites here, but that's okay. I can always just walk up to him and AoE them to death, so...
You can probably just punch the archers to death.
Yeah.
And the healer. Always kill the healer.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. This Medicus is the main one. There we go.
Magic.
Let's do that. Wow.
You
Stay away from me, man.
Also hurry because if Sid dies.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. Well, worst comes to worst, I'll just equip the non-Imperial gear, and then I'll be okay.
I also took my Imperial gear off. God damn it.
Hey, got it. Sid was on death's door, but we're good.
Oh, good job.
This is a little more busted up than I was hoping, Sid, but I guess you can fix it. You did fix the airship, so...
Shockingly, capturing a machine by destroying it and then taking the parts back makes it a little more difficult to use that machine again.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that would happen. It's a bit worse for wear, but, I mean, you guys can probably fix it. She's kind of on fire, sir. We might want to back up before she explodes.
It'll be fine. He probably invented it.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, also that Karn Facer will run away. So if you attack it and kill it, you get a treasure. I'm just gonna do that because I'm an adventurer and we adventurers love our treasure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me guess, we're going to have to find another replacement for this
actually,
faulty part.
Nice.
Oh, it's the shield. I can roll neat on this, and no one else can.
I'm just gonna casually head past because I'm not on my paladin.
Maybe a little extreme. Biggs.
Maybe just a bit.
Just a little bit.
Make more work for me. I'll teach you to mess with our... Yeah, well, anyway. They're going to fix it for us. That's good.
Scatter there. I meant to do this. A little bit
Oh,
of this.
well, okay then. I want to be careful with the servos there, Wedge. You're gonna shake yourself around like you're on an old wooden roller coaster at the rate you're going.
I mean, I think the problem is the servo is broken.
Yeah, that would be the problem. I can see that being a big issue. Hey, Nymphonomicon, how's it going? I am at a much higher level, definitely. Way higher than I was previously, that's for sure.
So Cole.
Yeah.
The golem is invulnerable while it has a soul stone, so attack the soul. When it respawns, well, after you destroy the soul stone, the golem will get back up and start attacking. Well, okay, that's out of order. It will get knocked down and we can beat the crap out of it, but when it gets back up, it will start attacking people at random with huge AoEs. So be ready to not stand in any of those because it will kill you.
So basically, shatter the soul stone, but then be prepared for pissy boss mode.
Oh,
yeah, I am going to limit break as soon as the is broken.
Okay.
Played for about 1 day and got to level 14. That sounds about right. I couldn't quite get that far on my first stream through of the game, but that's because I could only play really for a couple hours in a day. But yeah, if you dedicate a few hours, you could get to 14 pretty easy.
Yeah, this is sort of like a DPS check, except the penalty is not you die, but just you have to keep going, and then possibly you die if your team does not know how to.
Yeah, if you can't survive the battle of attrition, you'll die.
Yeah,
So.
I had times where, in spite of the fact that I was using like healer limit break to keep people alive, we still wiped.
Oh wow.
Because the DPS did not do enough damage, and the tank was. I know it's just a bad time for everyone.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
This was also a weird time where the healer or the DPS were two archers in identical gear named Richard and Sam with the same last name.
Oh.
So they were very clearly like playing together in clones, but also they were like level 45 and were still archers and not bards.
Oh,
So unless
that's,
they've been grinding super hard, I don't know that they knew that they could do that. I assume they must have just been grinding.
yeah, probably. What's the assessment, Sid?
Bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Dang it.
Bad. The end.
Shit's bad. The end. How's the weather look out there, Ollie? It's going to rain! Thanks, Ollie.
Okay, so we will be able to get it next time, assuming we don't all horribly die.
Yeah, I feel that.
Now they've
By
got
the
a
way, I
one-track
don't know if you know
mind.
this, but for the last, like, quarter or so of a second, you can move while you are casting, and it will not interrupt your cast. So when you see the casting bar, when it's like almost at the end, you can move, and it will not interrupt.
Right.
So you can try and do that, and like you don't have to wait for the animation to go off to move.
I find it takes about half a second for the game to interrupt when you're casting, so if you're below half a second before you cast it, Cole, that would be when I would say move.
Yeah.
Of course, if it's an AoE and you have to dodge it, just move. It doesn't. I mean, your DPS is fine and all, but if it means you're taking hundreds of damage to deviate the healer from healing the tank, don't do it. Yeah. So
your DPS is 0 when you play.
Yes,
True.
That's the biggest thing. All right, Yugman, take it easy.
Bye.
This dungeon's a lot more hectic than I thought.
I liked it.
Yeah.
And for no other reason, my brain just keeps turning off. Because I'm like, okay, do your rotation. And then I screw up the rotation. I'm like, oh fuck, I screwed up my rotation.
Panic! Panic! What's the problem? The servo mechanism? Yeah.
God damn it, I did it again.
That's what I figured.
Unfortunately, I do not have flare. It would be nice if I had flare. Flare does lots of damage at the cost of costing all of your MP.
Oh, that's right. I think you mentioned it at one point.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm
Mini
higher
LB.
levels, you get like ways to break. It's cheating.
Right.
I forget exactly what level.
Okay, which has
I
an
believe
alternative
it's at-
solution.
I believe at 68, you get it. You get a thing that when you cast Blizzard 4, it reduces the cost of your next fire spells, which includes flare.
Oh, okay. I can
So
see
then
that being pretty
flare
useful.
costs only like 2/3 of your mana.
Gotcha. And by that point, you've got your ley lines and stuff, so you can pretty much stand on those to get your MP back, right?
Ley lines do not give your MP back. Ley lines increased your casting speed.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, but what you can do is you have other ways of gaining mana back. The normal way would be, for example, to use Convert, which turns some of your health into mana and gives you enough mana that you can flare 2 more times.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or I think at least 1 more time. And then when you have zero mana, you can just use or if you have a low mana, you can just use Blizzard 3. You also get Foul, which costs no mana, but you can only use it after you've had your buff effect Enochian active for a while.
Oh, okay.
So, and what ends up you can do ideally is for AoE is like your combo basically becomes Blizzard 3, Enochian, Thunder 4, Blizzard 4, Fire 3, Flare, Convert, Flare, Blizzard 3, and then repeat, and then add Foul when you get.
Oh, okay.
More or less.
Gotcha. So it's not as complicated as some of the other rotations. It has a little complexity, but it's not super that.
It's honestly fairly simple once you get used to it. I think you might be able to cast Flare 3 times instead of 2, but it's been a long time and I don't.
Well, we'll get there. We'll get there when we get there.
And because Enochian gives you flat magic damage increase, you want to use it as soon as you can, but you have to have your fire or ice active.
Gotcha. So Wedge wants to replace the servo mechanism with a mammoth heart, apparently. I don't know if this plan's gonna work, but I guess I'm along with it.
I don't have a bag of sand, so be ready to save me if the giant boulder comes down. Never mind.
I didn't get that one.
It was a
flew.
potion.
Oh.
It was not even a potion for me. It was a potion for the healer.
I was gonna say that one flew right over my head. So.
I opened one of the side doors and there was a. Don't.
Oh. Okay.
Oh. Oh, I see. We don't have the stone. You can just click the wrong one there and it'll open after you. Apparently. I have literally never seen anyone do this before, so.
What do you mean foot the bill, Wedge? Hey, wait a minute. I need more details before I... You know what? Fine, whatever. I've got enough money.
It's fine.
I'll figure something out. I think the Sultana still owes me a favor.
I mean, if it'll cost like... I mean, if it's really expensive for some people, that could be just like 5,000 gil for you.
Right, yeah, that's true.
Which is not that much.
Incidentally, I think I have a mammoth minion somewhere. Let me look.
You might. Have I rubbed off on you? Because I've noticed that accidentally a lot.
I think I just got it from something. I don't even remember.
It might have been me. I'm just going to assume this something was me. It's going to feel more influential.
I don't remember where the minions thing is here. Is it? It's not in our minion guide, is it?
I think it is.
Oh yeah, it is in our minion guide. Yeah, I do have a mammoth. I have number 001. So I mean, I haven't summoned him. He's still fresh in the box. We could just take him out and pull his heart out and use it there, but that might be a little gruesome, huh?
Just a little bit.
I think people might be a little concerned.
Yeah, maybe a little.
You just do that and hand it to Sid, and he just looked extremely uncomfortable.
Hey, you needed a heart. Here you go. Maybe you shouldn't be on the infiltration team.
Maybe just a little bit.
Maybe you should just do tech support for a little while. Oh, what am I doing?
Actually, I think he'd be very happy if you did.
Actually, yeah.
After that, because then he would not have to be near you.
Right.
For a little.
Maybe I should keep Biggs and Wedge here. You can do the infiltration yourself. How about that?
Oh yeah, that would be a good. But everything is fine.
Yeah, we're good.
This is fine.
We'll just go to the Goldsmith's Guild and get a mammoth heart that way.
Yeah, the
Yes,
Goldsmith
please.
Guild plotline is kind of fun because it's. I haven't actually finished it because I haven't done as much of the crafting stuff. But a lot of it basically features the a mammoth assistant who is, I think, with her.
Oh.
Who is like. Who is very mean to you for no real reason.
Oh boy.
When he says, "I've seen worse," the guildmaster is shocked because that's the nicest thing he's ever.
Oh boy. Well, Cole, there you go. If you want to try crafting class.
Unfortunately, you cannot punt the mammoth.
Oh. Well, then maybe not, Cole. Well, that would be nice. I mean, I'm not going to use it for a Prince Among Mammoths, but, you know. Oh, apparently I'm Alphinode's manservant now. Remind me to have a word with him about that later.
Would you rather pay for it yourself?
Yeah, I mean, depends on how much money it is.
I mean, also, I don't know if this is the first time it's mentioned that Alpha is stupidly rich.
Actually, yeah, that is a good point. I don't think they mentioned it before.
I kind of figured that it was implied.
I guess
I mean,
so.
his grandfather is Louis XII, but being politically influential in so much as, like, being a hero does not necessarily make rich.
Right.
Man, you know what I'm really missing this whole dungeon is having Blizzard 3.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
It's because
it feels like
when
you're
you
missing
have
a
Blizzard
limb,
3
some of those older dungeons.
You know, when you have Blizzard 3, you have also 3 stacks of your thing, which increases your damage by more, and also means that when you have 3 stacks of Blizzard, when you have 3 stacks of Ice, which Blizzard 3 gives you, it takes half as much time to cast Fire 3, so you can switch between 3 stacks of each, more or less.
Oh,
Very
okay.
quickly.
That
Bruh,
seems helpful.
Look at this dude and his Toho-looking self.
You don't actually know yet.
You'll get there, Cole.
Okay.
You'll get
summon
there.
more cubes, kill them while they're standing on the platforms, because otherwise they'll keep respawning. It will summon laser turrets that shoot line lasers, but you don't have to kill those if you don't want to, at least it's not necessary. It will also summon ones that start using a Verge Pulse,
Yeah, so if
It
you
looks
see
like-
anything that looks like it's making a square call, get in there and kill it. Well,
Yeah,
or you're a
yeah, it will
DPS.
raise
Yeah,
the
you can
wall.
get in there and kill it. Because I was going to say, if you're tanking, it's probably not a good idea. But since you're a
He's-
DPS, get in
he's
there and
not.
kill it. Because if it doesn't, it'll do room-wide Verge Pulse,
Yeah,
which
it
will
will
hurt. Yeah.
No, dude.
You'll have a bad time.
Mm-hmm. Just wait till half HP. That's
Oh,
when the
press the wrong
Toho
button.
shows itself.
Oh shit!
What just happened?
A beetle crawled onto my hand when I wasn't looking.
Oh shit!
I am concerned. I am kind of concerned now because I keep seeing these things and I suspect there's a colony of them in my house, in my room.
Oh my god! Better
I
call an
apologize for
exterminator.
screaming, but I feel just
No, it's
fine.
okay.
Freaking
It's
me
okay.
out.
I thought you had a heart attack or something. I was like, holy hell.
I don't know if you shout "oh shit" when you have a heart attack.
Well, it was the most expressive that I've seen you so far in these episodes, and it was not a good expressiveness, so I was assuming something terrible was happening.
I mean,
So.
does a large shield bug crawling onto your finger without you noticing, until you notice your finger tickles and you look over?
Yeah, I'd probably be
minutes.
pretty startled, yeah.
I don't feel like I'm doing my job.
Are you killing the things?
You killing the
That depends.
Verges?
The Verges or the boss?
Are you killing the Verges? Because they're kind of important
You can
to
kill both.
Yeah.
You do technically need to kill both.
I mean, you know what you could do
Eventually-
is you could do your regular cast on the Verges, and then when you get your insta-cast from dual cast, you could cast it on the boss and then switch, if you don't mind switching.
I don't mind switching. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not screwing this up horribly. Fuck death lasers!
Are you on 50% HP or less now, or?
He's a little bit above 50%.
Well,
Uh-oh.
you'll see the death lasers
Uh,
soon.
Okay, good. It's crawling back towards me. I flicked it off my finger, like 10 feet away, and it's crawling back towards me. I am a little distracted.
Oh boy.
Roast.
Well, I can't stop either of those things from happening. I don't like this. This is an eventful.
Too much anxiety with the boss and this. Alright, let's see if this mammoth heart works for the servo mechanism.
I'm gonna need to do something about this. Oh, also now it just starts summoning tons of them, so.
Oh, lovely.
Oh,
I'm not expecting that much blood.
I know what's happening now.
That's what we told you.
We said expect Toho. I've nicknamed it Toho Temple, so.
I'm fine. I just need to not fuck my rotation up and not stand away with death lasers.
Don't stand in the death cold.
I'm aware.
Give it a good tap there, Wedge. I don't think that's a good tap.
Fucking wrong button.
Oh, okay.
Where are the Verges?
Okay, it's good.
No? Okay. Aw, damn it, somebody LB'd before me.
I was gonna say, if you need me to punch at Wedge, I could have done that, but... It's alive!
Well,
Wait, you want me to pilot the armor? Okay, sure, I guess.
Oh, we got him.
Wasn't expecting this.
I'm really upset now. I don't know. This is the third or fourth of these things I have found, and I don't like them.
Oh my god.
I don't mind insects until they are in my face. And crawling onto literally me is kind of upsetting.
Yeah, I would see how that would be upsetting.
I'm going to go get help.
Okay.
I'm going to take my gear, honor the healer, and leave.
Okay.
And also, I'm going to hang up so I can go run screaming for help because I need to deal with this.
Okay, sounds good.
I mean, I can just kill it, but also I feel bad murdering innocent.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. I try to take bugs outside if I can too, so I get you.
I think this might be my entomology revenge for telling you how much to kill bees.
Karma comes back around, although it's a different kind of karma. It's a beetle, not a bee. But you can't spell beetle without bee, so...
That wasn't as bad as I thought. It's just the fucking wall of blue deaths sort of threw me off.
It's a fun dungeon though. It's also the first dungeon you like outright.
Yeah.
Like
I'm sitting there, I'm going through my rotation. I'm like, oh, this is fine.
okay, I'll be back.
Okay.
Alright, Espy, good luck.
Good luck. I was not ready for that at all.
I liked it. I liked Karn. It was a fun
I
dungeon.
need to stop fucking my rotation up.
I think we also we missed another dungeon that we
need to
we
train.
we didn't have to do it because it's not a part of the Maelstrom hunting log. But there's another dungeon that's kind of in that same list of optional ones that Karn's in called Cutter's Cry. But we didn't do that one, and I don't think you have to. So
I need to stop screwing with my rotation.
go find a striking dummy. You can practice to your heart's content.
No, it's like it's not even like a real issue. It's just the fact that I keep like my brain just keeps shutting off whenever I have dual cast. So I'll go like, oh, my jolt didn't work because I've retargeted because I was holding the button to retarget. And it's like, why did my jolt cancel? Oh shit, I don't have dual cast. Fuck, I'm gonna have to wait 4 seconds to finish casting for a thunder now. Anyway.
Whoops.
I'm gonna go like find a striking dummy.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'm gonna try piloting this Magitech armor.
Have fun. I wish you got to keep it.
Oh, apparently I have a bar here now. Oh, I can... okay. Well, anyway. Oh, this is the wrong way. Okay. Maybe turn it around there, Jimmy! Yeah, I get it. I got it. Are all the Nixes gone? Oh, no, the Nix is not gone. Well, maybe it won't bother me while I'm in the middle of this death machine. Nice. I'm gonna move this because this is like way in my way. So, maybe put it like here. I think that's high enough where I don't have to worry about it being in the way of my other bars or my limit break bar, but I won't see that while I'm in Magitech armor. So, do I just? Oh, okay. Sprint north. Okay. I should be able to sprint north just with my normal buttons. So. Nice. Oh, it got blown up, but that's okay. I can't exactly sprint, but... Where are you guys? Oh, there you are. Well, where is north that you're talking about? Oh, I see. Not north towards you. I thought I was coming back, but... Apparently, I was wrong. I figured this thing would be immune to fall damage, but... probably not good for the servo mechanisms.
There we go.
All good.
Okay. You know, I get this distinct feeling I'm gonna run in my red mage quest where I'm gonna need to actually go to Heaven's Ward. Like, that would be funny though.
I don't know when you'd get the next quests for those. Because it's kind of a special situation where it's like, well, you know, it's a class from Stormblood, but we're not even close to Stormblood, so when do I get the other job quests for this? So.
But I get the feeling my red mage quests are going to go all the way from level 50 to 70.
Oh, probably.
Although I am having fun with red mage, I just wish I could, like, stop messing up.
Excuse me.
I wish I could just, like, you know, stop.
Well, Wedge, we are trying to pilot the damn thing using a mammoth heart as a servo mechanism. I mean, that's a little out there. Ah, that's a thought. So, we have to welcome the mammoth heart into the piece of machinery. Alright, fair enough.
Also, that side plot line is the funniest goddamn thing. You're gonna get to that quest.
Something
You're gonna
clicked.
laugh your ass off because Wedge is a fucking badass.
Something clicked. I don't know what that's all about, but I gave the armor a welcome. Oh, we're gonna get into a fight. Great. Hang on there, Biggs. Let me get my helmet on first.
Let me go stab some fools.
Confucius, you ready? Because we about to beat somebody up. Maybe the Magitech Reaper will help us fight things. I mean, it's practically sentient at this point because the mammoth heart is now a part of the machinery, so...
What the hell even is the mammoth heart? What the hell is even a freaking mammoth heart?
So, the quest told you in the dialogue that the mammoth heart is stuck into those little wind-up toy soldier machine things, and it gives them sentience. It allows them to self-actualize and think for themselves.
Ah.
Don't ask me where they got this in a low-technology universe like this, but... I don't know. Probably from Garlia, so...
God damn it, teacher. You're taking your student gambling. This is not a good influence. You are not censor.
Are you in the gold saucer?
Yes.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
My apologies.
I mean, I was hoping for
I neglected
something
to ask if
big.
you were a patron of these halls. I am a triple triad master. Get your fucking facts right. I beat all them bitches. Play the part of happy gamblers, huh? Where's my suit?
Oh boy.
Let me just change into my suit.
I would imagine you need the servo mechanism to mechanize the servos. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic.
Where's
Oh, okay.
my
Wait, we're planning on driving this thing into battle? When and
absolute
how?
symmetry?
Well, that's unfortunate. So what do we do? Steal some from the Garleans, or... I can give it a back rub, if you want.
That's all I have to say is...
Uh-oh.
Let us play the part of happy gamblers. I got you. Outfit change. I'm in my suit again, Jim.
Oh, you guys just stand back. I'll take care of this.
God, I remember this suit. I had such good times killing myself.
Or Sid will help me take care of this. That's fine, too. Oh, bollocks. This is way above my pay grade.
Luana.
He was right. This really is above his pay grade. Hey, Sid. You remember that interference? You might want to use it. Nice. Wait, why does my earpiece sound like dial-up from 1998? Thank you for choosing America Online. We'll be with you in a moment.
God damn it. I even have a
Yeah,
appropriate music
that's
for
not
Jim
gonna
Hopper
happen
Casino,
because I'm
Jim.
about to beat y'all up.
I even have appropriate music for James bonding around a casino.
Benny Hill?
I mean, P5 soundtrack exists. If
Oh.
I forgot about that.
Whims of Fate! Alright, Sid, you and me, let's take care... Wait, where are Biggs and Wedge? They just fuck off, or... Well, uh-oh. Alright, well, let's get rid of these guys then.
Yes, because playing the part of happy gamblers is so easy.
And... Rockbreaker! I should true north while I'm thinking about it. Wow. That guy just say shit when he died? Ah, shit! Oh, they're trying to overpower the armor. I might have just walked into that AoE, but that's okay. Maybe we shouldn't have let it over here, huh? Sid, I don't have anything to draw their aggro. I know she's taking damage. I don't have anything to draw their aggro. Not that Equus is still at it. Let's take care of the Vanguard first. It's almost dead, so... Oh, God. Maybe this gesture of goodwill will be what the mammoth needed for us to get what we wanted out of it. Turn and face me, you fiend! There we go. That wasn't too bad. Duty complete.
Master Wilkin.
Let me just put away my invisible weapons here. Oh, thank you. Didn't expect a standing ovation. Almost flubbed it up if I hadn't, you know, let those things run at me. Maybe if I was a tank, I could have used, like, flash or something. What? What's the problem here? Oh. Now it really is alive. Well, good. Are you sure she moved on her own? Probably just, again, had to do a gesture of goodwill. Show her you care. Maybe buy her some flowers. It is almost Valentine's Day. I don't think I'll be taking her heart, though. Cool. Wedge, you got a little something something on your nose there. I want to wipe that off with a damp cloth. Oh, he put like a symbol on the side for the ironworks. Nice. Isn't that going to make it a little conspicuous, though, when we ride it into the castrum? Yeah, whatever. It's not like I wouldn't have been conspicuous with that Kefka-ass looking chair that they've got installed in the thing, so...
Kefka-ass looking chair.
I mean, that's what it looked like to me. It looked like the kind of throne that Kefka would use. Striped and everything.
I assume that Kefka's throne in any way, shape, or form would be built upon the bodies of his enemies.
Well, yeah, it is in Final Fantasy VI, but actually, technically, since it's Magitech armor and the Garleans build all their technology on the bodies of their enemies, then yeah, it kind of is. Inadvertently.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
You're welcome for the stream highlight.
Yeah, that's going to be fun once I get those together. I'm not sure, though. I guess I could pose this question to the audience. Would you rather that I do stream highlights for 14 because it's the game I'm playing currently, or should I go back and do stream highlights of games I played previously and work my way up to this? Because it might take a while if I do the latter to get up to this point and get the highlights going. So, that would be my question. I'm open to opinions here as well. So, Cole, if you have an opinion, SP, if you have an opinion.
Honestly, since we're still pretty deep into 14 here, and we have had a lot of decent moments for stream highlights, why not just work from 14 and then work your way back?
Could do that.
I mean, yeah, Persona would take you half an eternity, but...
Yeah, it would. That's true.
You wouldn't have to do every single possible highlight in one video.
Yeah, like what I was thinking was I could do like maybe between 3 and 5 streams worth of episodes for highlights, and just pick the the good moments in those 3 to 5 episodes and stick those all in a compilation. I want to keep the compilations between like 10 and 15 minutes at the most. So
depending on how many, you usually stream for about the same time, regardless of the game, I assume.
Yeah, it's usually around 2.5 to 3 hours, no matter what game.
So if we assume an average of like maybe if you wanted to, depends on how many things you think you can pull from every individual stream.
Right.
Episode.
Well, I kind of did a little bit of a test when I was like, I've already started compiling stuff for when I did my Dark Souls 3 stream way back when I first started streaming last year, basically. Well, actually at this point it's November 2017 was when I first started, and in a single episode I got about 4 minutes worth of highlight footage. So assuming that, like I said, it'd be like 3 to 5 episodes, and I'd get into that
Plus,
range.
Some episodes are going to be more, memorable than others.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, there will be more highlights in one or the other. So I'm flexible in that regard. It's if I get to the point where it's only 2 episodes, but there's enough highlights to get me to like 11 or 12 minutes. Okay, that's fine. So there isn't an exact science to it. Oh, we got Mount Speed and Mordana. I saw that just before the screen faded out there. I'm ready whenever you are there, Sid, so... Oh! Glauman's here. I figured you'd have PTSD just from looking at the armor there, man, but...
So you're on Escape from Chasm Sentry, then?
I think so. I think that's the name of the quest I was just doing. I wasn't paying attention to the name of the quest, but I'll look as soon as we're done with this.
Yeah,
so.
you're on the rescue.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
So enjoy. It's a good time. Cole,
Okay.
I think, had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think I remember
He
him.
found it very exciting.
Yeah.
Wedge is my favorite character now because of that quest.
Aw.
Let me guess, the Empire took your mother and sister from you. That's just unfair. Oh, he was also from Alamigo. Seems like there's a lot of Alamigan refugees that have sort of gotten into a few places all over the place
Yeah,
here.
no, they didn't take them from them. They just, let's say they took them.
Hmm. Oh my god. Okay, so they didn't kill them, they just killed themselves. That sucks.
they killed themselves so that they didn't have to go back, which is pretty messed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's, I don't know if that's the lesser of two evils there, Glaument. I don't mean to make light of your family, but holy hell. Well, you might have achieved something now that we're able to, you know, take care of this, so... Just needed a little push, that's all. Yeah.
So
we are.
People who can back you up to do things.
Right, yeah, that helps for sure.
I mean...
Yeah, I mean, more party members, Glaument. Would never say no to that. Maybe you're the planning type. Maybe you need to be on the back lines, and so you can get the satisfaction of seeing a plan come together, like you're going to in about 5 minutes.
The answer is yes.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
not sure how.
Well, we're on our way then. Probably have to, you know, queue into it. Well, not queue in, like a duty finder thing, but I probably got to talk to Sid again to be like, okay, are you ready to go to the castrum? And then we'll go.
Not quite.
Ah, okay, so we actually have to make our way to Castrum Sentry before we can infiltrate. Got it. Yeah, I should probably put the disguise back on. That's probably a good idea. I just bought this shirt and I can't even use it right now. Well, it's fine. If it means rescuing our friends from where they are, then I think it's we gotta put aside the pettiness there, the petty differences that can cause. I think we're gonna actually take that off of there since Imperial Salute is on my hotbar for the Imperial set here. There we go. So we'll just use it there. Alright, let's see here. So we gotta meet them. Okay, that's not too far, right over by the Tangle. And then we'll be off on our way into Castrum Sentry. Nothing else for it then. Let's get moving. I've already delayed enough with all the side quests and stuff, so. And you know me, usually I'm the kind of person where I leave you off on a cliffhanger, or I go do side quests immediately when I'm supposed to be doing the main story, and it would be more pertinent to do that, but not this time. This time we'll actually go do stuff when they're asking us to.
For once.
Yeah. Gotta switch it up sometimes. If I keep doing things and leaving people off on a cliffhanger, it's gonna get stale, so.
Makes sense.
Okay. Hello, Sid. We're ready to go, I think, except for Confucius keeps running in front of you.
Okay. Teleport. Horizon. Damn, these two mages kicked my ass.
Yeah, you'll have to forgive me, Sid. I'm not a fan of the gear they've got. It's a little too plain Jane for me.
The Imperials?
Yeah. Makes me look like everybody else, which is not the idea here.
I mean, that's literally the point.
Yeah, I know. That's the point in this quest, yes.
No, I mean, that's also the point of why the armor... That's on purpose.
Yeah,
The
right.
The Imperials...
They don't want anybody cutting a figure in the Imperials, unless they're like, you know, a commander or whatever their highest end ranks are. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, well, we'll have to get in, take care of rescuing our friends, and get out as quickly as we can, then. Oh, jeez, here we go again. It's practically a skydiving trip every time he gets in the armor there.
Yeah.
Hey, Todd, how's it going? Been here a while, but finally got to say hi. Well, thank you for being here for a while, then. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll make sure that I hopefully remember to salute all the Imperials we come across before I talk to them, because otherwise they might be a little suspicious of us. Oh, so they had to distract an Imperial vehicle. I was wondering where they were. They've been kind of absent through this whole quest line. Most of it, anyway.
Yeah, they have a job.
Alright, let's see what we can do with this whole Imperial venture of ours. You worked the entire 8 hours you were on shift last night, but your coworker can't even say worked 2 hours, still getting paid for existing on the clock for 8? Oh, jeez, Todd. You got to get a different job, my friend, because that's like the 4th or 5th time so far that I've heard that you've been taken advantage of, and that's not cool, man. I know how it goes. It's hard to find a job in the economy these days, but that's a little much.
That I will allow. Yet you struggle to the benefit of none, least of all yourself.
Maybe she would stop struggling if you would take the face mask off, because then she'd be able to read your lips and understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but that would be like
This echo of yours
reducing
intrigues us.
her
We
authority
desire only to understand it,
or something.
and for that
Yeah.
we need your help. You wish to be rid of the icons, do you not? You would have saved yourself a great deal of torment had you accepted our aid
Jesus.
from the beginning.
Ouch. Yes, White Ranger, Todd. And she's getting a little bit of red on that white, I think.
Tell me
Yeah,
everything,
that's
and I shall end it quickly.
I'm not sure what she's hitting her with, but it
And
looks like
those
she's
that
literally
forget.
beating her with a rod.
You shall
and,
not
then,
have
and
it.
then you know that part.
Which
Yeah.
will it be? As you wish, my dear Minfilia. Unpleasant though it will be for all concerned, you leave us no choice but to employ more rigorous methods of study.
Now we're gonna have to probe into you. That
Be
might
so
not be good.
kind as to deliver
Yeah,
the
but not in the fun
prisoners
way.
to
No.
Castrum Meridianum.
Yes, milady.
Oh, if only we were in that detachment of Imperial soldiers, this would be a lot easier.
Casually just breaks them out of a train.
Well, it wouldn't be breaking them out of a train, because there ain't no getting off this train till we reach the end of the line, but...
Cack.
Yeah, okay, here we go. If only I could walk like an Imperial, but I, unfortunately, cannot. So we'll just improvise. Sir. Reporting for orders. Oh, the prisoners are being transported. Okay. Sorry, I just transferred here from a different post, so I had no idea. Oh, a storage tower, huh? Alright then. That might be something I'd want to check out. Probably. Sir, reporting for duty. Well, thank you, sir. I've been practicing it all day. And that's it. He took the instructions literally for wearing the disguise and didn't have pants or shoes. Good lord, Todd. That sounds like you'd have a hard time with some of the enemies. Then again, I was a dumbass and didn't take the thing off when I put up the smoke signal a couple quests ago, so... Well, fair enough. Yes, sir. I will go and see if any of the other guards need my assistance, then. Apparently it blended in just fine. Yeah, I suppose so. Sir, reporting for duty, are you sleeping over here? No pants apparently doesn't attract attention. Yeah, just like, oh, it's okay. They just had a little bit too much booze today. They're fine.
Well, if they have to stand at attention, they're probably not.
No, I was referring to Todd not wearing,
I know.
you know, pants and shoes. Okay.
This is slightly annoying.
Oh? Huh. What's annoying?
My Red Mage level 52 quest has me against these two mages that literally do nothing but spam thunder until I fall over. And since I'm a DPS and they can stay at range, they just keep stunning. They keep stunning me and they keep killing me. This is my third attempt on the fucking quest.
I heard that some of the higher end quests, like not the higher end ones, I guess the ones that you get from Heaven's Ward on for the job quests get a little more tricky. Like they're not just straight up go and beat them up like they were in A Realm Reborn. They require a little more strategic whatever. You have a crush on Tataru? How does that even work?
I don't
want to know.
I mean, there is absolutely no canon supporting or denying the concept, other than the fact that he says this.
They'd probably just be, incompatible. Like there'd be no way, like no. I don't know how to say this without saying it and sounding like a jackass. So I'm just gonna say it. There'd be no
Kids.
fertilization. Basically, the sperm and the egg would be incompatible. So.
Or you could have, or I mean, it could be like a, yeah, or it could be like you have like a, I mean, it sounds bad when you say it about people, but like a hybrid.
But then you got to bring up the question of would that be like a fertile hybrid or like a mule where they're non-fertile? You know what I mean? Like you make a mule and you can't make another mule without. The mule can't make more mules, basically, is what I'm saying.
The only other thing I can think of that is this is with a Mikote and a Rogatun, but in the Temple of Wanderer's Palace Hard, except they're both dudes anyway. I mean, it's more or less straight up stated that they are together, but that also does not answer the question.
I had a horrible thought about that, but I'm just gonna leave it on the side because it's in poor taste. I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, sure. Maybe for the best.
Yeah, you don't need to know what I'm thinking. So.
I don't want to know what you're thinking. I'm just saying it's ominous. Yeah, I'll come back to this quest. But I'm like,
oh yeah, I forgot to salute this gentleman, and he's a centurion. I guess I'm lucky he didn't run me through right here. An Imperial Guard dropped something and he sent me to get it? Yes, sir. Oh, good. Even though I didn't salute him, he's actually going to give me a key. What a concept! Oh, we're over here. Well, there's still people in ground. I know, Todd. He's not also a Lalafell, so that was why I was kind of like, how does that even work? Because, I don't know. Like I said, it feels like two separate species intermingling, which in the real world doesn't really work.
Fantasy races doing this is weird. I mean, you can't. My instinct has been to compare it to humans, elves, orcs, and halfling, because that's what I'm familiar with. And I mean, you can have humans, half elves, and half humans, half orcs, and I don't know if there's any other halves that are. Regularly represented in the rules. So,
yeah, I guess that's true, yeah. I can't remember if I've ever seen a half-dwarf in a video game, though.
They're in D&D.
They're in D&D. Well, that might explain it, because I haven't really played much D&D.
You should play more.
Well, Biggs, I happen to have some security to get past the bulkhead, so...
How convenient.
Oh, and apparently Wedge is going to help us out. So
nice.
Okay, ID key worked. Guess we're moving to step 2. Oh, and I conveniently have my gloves colored Rolandberry red, so it actually works out because it looks like it matches up with the Imperial gear, at least from what I can see. Eyeballing it, but you know. Okay. Let's move right along then and see what we've got here. Steel door to the storage tower. It looks like it's got that weird sheen on it, so that means this might be an instance. We'll see in a minute once I'm done interacting with said steel door. Yep, it's an instance. I don't know. I probably still need my uniform on, but that's fine. No big deal.
I think you might not.
Maybe not. Okay, well, if I don't, and if I fail, then I'll put my other gear on. It's fine.
Oof.
Or I could just, you know, go into my gear sets in the middle of battle and switch to monk because I'm still a monk.
You can.
So no, I can't. Okay.
You might be able to, but I don't think so.
Okay. Well, whatever. I'll make it work. Well, at least we know they're okay. Maybe we should get in there before she tries anything drastic, though. Just a thought. Any of you guys happen to know a silence spell, maybe? Summon a fairy that could do the same thing? Would Celine finally prove useful here?
Probably not.
Yeah.
She can silence you, but then you can't cast spells.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, worst comes to worst, we just beat our way out of here. It's fine. I'm cool with it. My blood's calm, Biggs. I prefer it boiling. Oh, there's that AOL sound again.
The clock's on.
Yeah, I was what was I? I was comparing the link shell sound to they've got to a dial-up interference sound.
Oh yeah,
earlier.
the link shall be jammed.
Yeah. Maybe we should have jammed it before they told them that we took their Reaper. Good job, Sid. Well, you found it. I guess we have the Reaper that you want, but I don't think you're gonna like that we have it here. Nice salute. Alright, Wedge. You do whatever you're gonna do with that Imperial gear. Maybe he'll use Bioblast and then they'll all die from it because that's like a one-hit KO in Final Fantasy VI. I'm just gonna do what I normally do, which is beat the crap out of everything, so... I can handle that. I'll go Thunder on somebody else this time. There you go. I don't think we need a Rock Breaker here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Wow. There's no line drawing here. What do you think this is, Fierce Demon Fang? I'm the only one allowed to Fierce Demon Fang around here.
You can. I think that's Rive, which is not a move. At least.
Oh, it used to be like something we could
It might
access.
have been. I don't know.
Hmm.
I think it might also be like Park Stalker, where it's something that NPC.
He home ganged me. That's funny.
I mean, it's good that he's only home gaming like late, because if he was fully doing it, he would be unkillable for 10.
Right.
Or it's like 6.
Yeah, we might get to the point where he's, you know, home gangs me at the appropriate time, which is when he's at very low HP. But I just keep beating him up. No big deal. There we go. We could probably throw away the disguises now, guys. I might just do that after this if we're not in the middle of a fight again. Your rescuing party is here there, ladies and gentlemen. Well, sometimes the foolish plan is the only plan, Minfilia, and that's the case right now. Didn't want them to torture you with lightning at this point. Yeah, where is Thancred anyway? I thought he was with you guys, but apparently he's not here. Yeah, I think Urianger's got the answer. We need to not stay here, because if we have any hope of seeing him again, we're going to need to get our asses out of here, so... maybe we should leave. You're going to have to take off a lot of heads there, Livia, because they're about to all fail to recapture us. Okay, what is she doing there? Thought we said don't do anything overly Oh, this is their distraction. Okay, I see. Look at a mirror there, Ida. Speaking of showy.
Yeah, their distraction is to assassinate the tribunus.
Sounds like a perfect plan. Leave the
I like
NPCs
it.
to assassinate a major character? That's definitely going to work.
I mean, you complain when they don't do anything.
That's true. I just like to complain sometimes.
You do.
Fucking hypocrite.
It's a rub-off of this whole Let's Play / walkthrough thing being a takeoff of Mystery Science Theater, because that's what they do at Mystery Science Theater. They just nitpick everything in the movies. So since Let's Playing took off from somebody nitpicking every little detail, everyone else started nitpicking every little detail. So
I mean, sometimes you can like the game. Yes.
that's no fun. No, it's fine.
My brother's just being an asshole. Don't mind him.
This is different from the Phantom Train.
I saw that, but I didn't really catch the context, so.
Can we just, like,
Hey, Conker, how's it going?
have a beautiful moment where we stop the train and it turns out it's actually the Phantom Train and then somebody suplexes it, please?
I don't know if I'm strong enough to do that, Cole. That's kind of a
You're
Saban
monk.
thing.
Try harder.
Unfortunately, you do not get to suplex the Phantom Train. Everyone in the game wanted.
Damn it. Monk just gets a special ability where it's just called suplex, where you literally just suplex the Phantom Train.
What do I
It's
do
only
with
available for that
what do
one
I do
battle.
with this hotkey? It's been blanked out ever since the beginning of the game. Oh.
10 out of 10, best game.
You had to have known that the reinforcements were coming. You guys should have brought a tank with you. Then this would have gone a little better. Nice. She actually dodged it.
Yeah, these two get to actually be badass in this fight.
Wedge is just my favorite character now. Literally just because of this quest.
Well, I'm in the part with Ida and Ishtola where Ida actually dodges the shotgun blast that Livia aims directly at her face. So.
Yeah, and she dodges it about at point blank.
Yeah.
Like she could not have been close. Her hand was on the barrel.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
I'll give her that. Even though she has an incredibly weird sense of fashion, she's pretty good at being a pugilist, so I'll give her that.
To be fair, you are now wearing the same headgear as she is.
Yeah, but that wasn't the part I had a problem with, so...
Well, I mean, you can. She's. Okay, yeah, she's wearing a loincloth, but there are way worse things. There are way worse kinds of loincloths she could be wearing.
I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that I glamoured that subligar, I would have been wearing a thong about 3 episodes ago, so...
Yeah, the subligar is a thong, and it is...
Might wanna go and meditate or something there, Livia. Your blood pressure's getting a little high. That armor's turning green with envy.
I don't think... Are you suggesting she's a Christmas tree now?
Maybe.
I think I would prefer her to be a Christmas
I think everybody would prefer her to be a Christmas tree. She wouldn't be
Yeah, she
murdering everybody then.
Yeah, she'd just stand around being festive. She can be a Christmas cactuar.
Yeah, that
It's
would be
cool Halloween costume.
that would be pretty nice. Oh, Biggs, it's fine. He's got this. He's wearing Magitech armor. Unless they somehow come across oh, what was that summon in Final Fantasy VI that blew up all the Magitech armor at the beginning of the game? I forget. Well, I'm pretty sure the Empire doesn't have access to that one, so... Alright. Let's take care of these guys, then. Have we seen Urianger fight yet? Because if not, this is the first time we're going to see him fight, so that's pretty good. Finished helping your brother switch out the starter motor. Oh, good. So is it finally working out and everything there, Conker? Because it was... remember how much trouble you had with it last time.
So this has a mechanic, and the mechanic... But not that mechanic. The machine is invincible.
Oh, is it? Okay. That's why I can't do my rotation. I'm like, wait a minute, what's wrong with my rotation?
Yeah, you have to destroy some of the things that are around.
Oh.
There are, well, you can kill all the, but there are little pylons. There's a little pylon somewhere. I think it's, to your, like, where you're standing.
To my
It's
left?
to the, like, north, it's to the south.
To the south?
I think.
So closer to the door, maybe, or?
It's to the southeast. They're behind, like, to the southeast based on the absolute path of...
Ooh! I found him.
Yeah. Okay, it was to the...
Oh god, he's still trying to
Oh, yeah,
hit
what-
me through stuff.
Yeah, I'm just going to give you rough directions as best I can based on the compass's cardinal direction instead of where you're facing, because
Okay.
I'm trying to where you're facing from when I say it,
Okay.
which is more or less impossible.
Okay, no problem.
So this will happen 2 more times, I believe. There will be one, you have to kill the thing, and then another machine will come down. So you have to kill the machine.
Got it.
First.
Got it. Oops, that's not quite my range. There we go.
Yeah, Uriansha is a scholar.
Oh,
Or,
nice.
well, a scholar, because he's not a scholar.
Yeah, he's not summoning a fairy. He's summoning carbuncles. Still, nice. I'm guessing this one is probably off this way, maybe?
Just gonna cut. They're gonna. Okay, so you should just hurry and take out the other.
I found it. Yep, I found it. It's working fine now. Good, Conquer. That's good.
Oh,
Commenting while wearing a
sorry,
thong would have been
your
hilarious to listen to out of context. Yep, that's another highlight moment, Conquer. I should really get working on the highlight stuff, though, because all of that phrasing stuff I was talking about putting in a compilation when I did Persona 5 is now going to actually make sense, so... Alright, let's get back in there. I don't think I need... Oh, nope, that one's invincible still. Is this one invincible still? Nope. So there's probably a second generator somewhere. I gotta find.
Cole, I have Operation Archon next to do.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you got to the part I finished. Which, namely, the part where they help with just flat out tell you it makes sense, but would seem secret.
I'm gonna save my Fierce Demon Fang, I think. Whoa. And here I was thinking that Mega Man X4 was going to be the last time I would see things shooting through materials and field stuff, objects. But apparently I was wrong. This game's going to be the one.
Yeah, it would be too easy if you could just, like, use cover. Where
Yeah.
is your combat? Didn't you have a thing up so they could see, like, what your rotation was?
My quest thing, maybe, or...
Well, I mean, your thing where, like, you guys show what Grace Light had or not.
Oh, it's below where Fist of Fire is down there. It's the simple bar there. Oh god.
You did the simple version.
Yeah, I have the simple bar because it was easier to incorporate into everything. So
Don't let the carbuncle that you don't get to have.
yeah, he's sustaining it, so it should. Oh god, should be a little easier. I think he's sustaining it anyway.
I think one more thing will show up, and it doesn't have a generator, but you just...
Might just be slightly tough. That's all.
It's
Well,
a little.
that's okay. We got. Whoa. Well, we wouldn't have it if I walk into a grand sword. That would not work.
Don't walk into Grand Sword.
No. His carbuncle's tanking it pretty good, though. I mean, that is an amber carbuncle, so that's sort of what they're supposed to do.
I think Amber is just like better topaz.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is.
But
pretty much.
eventually people get like obsidian carbuncle stuff and you don't.
Oh, okay. So they get an
Presumably
upgrade.
to make up for the fact that you are in actual better class.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, you made the mistake of turning your back on a monk, man. Obviously, you don't know what positionals are. Duty complete.
Did it.
Yeah.
I mean, look how big it is. Think how hard it must be to turn on.
Let's see if we can get out of here now. So I can take off this Imperial gear. Gentlemen, I just destroyed a Colossus. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, I think at this point the issue is that you're outnumbered and you basically all of them by yourself and with 2 other people.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not a tank, so I suppose this could be a problem.
Take the leader.
Yeah,
Kill
so
the rest.
You can hold them off, but also I think it's probably no one is.
Oh, nice. I don't know where you got that skill, but that's cool.
Oh, you Stola?
Yeah.
Pray,
But you don't get it, but it's cool. I think actually, if anything, Astrologian. I mean, this is one of those things where like the NPCs get cool moves that you don't get because otherwise, why would they need to matter?
Right.
To be fair.
Well, I guess I'm glad that they could rescue us here, because again, we have no tank with which to do this. But cutscene punching and cutscene abilities, they work the same way, pretty much.
Yeah. By the way, I think this is the part that
see you too.
Hold on. I want to make sure you see it first.
The
I can't
reunion
tell.
must wait.
Yeah, we need to leave here, guys.
First things first.
I think that's why
Back to being heavily
declared. That's why Cole decided Pop. Is Cole still here?
I'm still here.
Yeah, he's just quiet in the background. Oh boy, here we go. I had a feeling he was coming at some point.
You ditched your Magitech armor. Fool of a Lalafell.
Be honest, I wasn't expecting that voice coming out of Biggs.
Oh, I know they have like
all yours if you think you can do
opposite
any better.
voices.
Yeah, I would think that, if anything, yeah, Wedge and Biggs would have a voice switch. I would think it would be like, the voice that Wedge has would be Biggs and like 2 octaves lower, but maybe I'm just stereotyping Rogadin. I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, the physical size of the girl, how deep your voice is.
Yeah, that's true.
So being a larger person can make it.
But there's no one in there.
Well, maybe if you guys researched mammoths a little bit, you'd understand why it's going berserk.
Can you hear me?
In a shocking twist.
I need you to count to 5.
I mean,
then
not really a
shout.
shocking or a twist.
Understood?
Robots like you if you are if you are nice to them.
Yeah, fair enough.
You may or may not ever see that robot again, though. Sorry.
Yeah, noble sacrifice for the cause usually happens in these
3.
sorts of things.
4.
I hope you're not counting on me to save 5, because I'm kind of a silent protagonist.
They're counting on you to say 5.
Well, I guess we'll jump at 4 then. Bye.
I mean, to be fair, you're not silent. You just never hear yourself talk.
Right.
I mean, there are clearly animations for you.
Yeah, there's animations where I talk, it's just no sound comes out of my mouth.
Which is more pitiful,
That's role playing.
the charlatans
Right.
who rule Eorzea, or the masses that clamor for their implausible panaceas.
Actually, probably more pathetic than both of those guys is your soldiers that couldn't capture a few unarmored people. Or
I
keep
see
them
that
captured,
which
anyway.
They cannot. This realm founders for want of a ruler
This is
with
Gaius
true
going on a
power.
soliloquy.
The power
Hmm.
to cast down icons.
Also to kind of establish
If you
their
continue
motive.
to
He's
deny
not out
this
yet.
truth, it is
Technically,
the
besides
people
Conquer.
who will suffer.
Right.
Embrace
Sorry, Conquer.
reason.
What was that? I can't hear you. I'm 2,000 feet up. Nice dodge, Sid.
Oh yeah, Sid is actually a good pilot.
7 hell.
I figured. I mean, they wouldn't give him the name Sid if he wasn't a good pilot, so. Ah, the Ultima weapon again.
Of course, it's the ultimate weapon again.
I like that. I like
Preserve us.
Alphina's reaction also
Ultima weapon.
because oh no, it's here.
So it
It's
has a
pretty
name.
pretty apt for that thing.
Hmm.
It is a relic of ancient allies.
I'm just gonna watch the stream during this part
excavated from its
because I want to see
resting
his
place
reaction to
deep
this.
beneath
I also want to see his
Alamigo.
reactions.
The Allagans used it to crush primal
I
and
hope it's
foe
not as
alike.
disappointing as I think it's
And now
going to
the
be.
Garleans
What?
mean
What do
to
you think
do
is
the
going to be
same.
disappointing?
Me and him had a conversation a couple of days ago, which has led me to believe he'll be disappointed when he finds out, but we'll see.
I'll be disappointed in you if you're disappointed.
Look.
I don't know what we're talking about, so I'm just gonna wait until we get there.
Damn you, guys.
Asian.
Oh great, Lahabria's back.
Overlord, no less. His garb attests to
I'm gonna
that.
hear it early, and I'm just
Maybe if we wait long enough, Lahabria and his overlordliness will get crushed by the great Tiernach!
God damn it.
La
I actually get that reference. God damn it, Jimmy.
I don't.
Only be.
Sorry, that one probably flew over your head.
Everyone's flew over the entire stream's head.
Is it? Is in that case it's lesser reference.
Thancred.
Are you sure that's Thancred?
It is definitely Thancred. You can tell by the tattoos on his, because those are tattoos only sign.
Oh, okay.
It is Thancred.
I think I get it now.
No, this cannot be.
That could be a problem, couldn't it?
This is what we were talking about. This is why Cole saw this.
Oh.
You were wondering where he was.
I was.
No.
And now he's, you know, evil.
This is not what I thought would happen to Thancred. I thought we were gonna have to like rescue him.
Well,
like he was being forced to pilot Ultima.
I
Weapon.
mean, he's never been in the same room as that guy, Lahabria, so I guess they kind of, I mean, they didn't really hint at it, they just...
Yeah, it also kind of foreshadows that, you know, stuff that happens, like if you talk to if you talk to him when you're not doing the missions and he's
and I never even suspected.
they'll see that he's both stressed out, not really wanting to talk, and also that he's bad thing in the ass.
Maybe I should have talked to him more then. Because that's probably why I'm having such a light reaction about it, is because I feel like I'd be more broken up about it if he was actually involved in the plot more than twice.
You know what's weird? You know what sucks about that? You started in Old DOS. You had more of a connection to him than I did.
Yeah, I know. This is sad.
You can basically at any point talk to the people in the base, and depending on when it is, like at every step of the plot, there'll be new things, like having different conversations.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Well, Alfino, destroying the Enterprise with your fists isn't going to bring Thancred back.
Yeah, but Alphino is taller also. His strength is probably nearly the same.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's not like Ida doing it. She did it
He's
then...
also like 14. Or
Yeah,
something.
true. Fair enough.
Which is also why, even though he's an Alizan, he the other Alizan.
Cannot be certain
He's
what
like
they will do.
an adolescent, basically.
True. So what's the plan there, Chief?
Offer them what assurances we can that defeat is not inevitable.
Cryle, this is Minfilia.
The situation
I
may
am
have
in
taken
some
an
haste,
ill
so
turn,
forgive me if I seem brusque.
but the battle is far from over.
Is it
And so
ready?
long as we stand together,
Wonderful.
there shall ever be
I am
hope of
sorry to
victory.
press between
Well, I'm glad you turned around so quickly, because just a minute ago you were getting frustrated and beating up the airship.
People of Eorzea falter for want of such hope.
my friend.
Let us provide it. Let us bear to them the
Yeah,
tidings that the
he's
scions of
angry
the
about the
Seventh
Thancred.
Dawn are
Because,
returned.
you know, that's basically like you discover that really Darth Vader.
Yeah.
You were like, where did Cole go? And then he's Darth Vader. Oh no!
Oh no!
Matters are
Cole,
coming
don't
to
ever
a
become
head.
Darth Vader. It sounds like not work.
I hope we can.
I mean, Dark Knight exists in Heaven's Ward.
Relax. I'm waiting for Shadowbringers for that.
Oh,
My
okay.
regards to grandfather.
Was your grandfather's name Galuf there, Minfilia? The Cryle reference is not lost on me.
Let us pay a visit to the Council of the Alliance leadership.
Okay, so, off to the I was disoriented there because it looked like we were in a blank void, flying the airship through nothingness, but yeah, we gotta go talk to the Alliance.
No, the Cryle is the Cryle is a reference, and also it's not Galuf, but they are part of the students,
Okay.
aka of Galuf Baldessian.
Okay, gotcha.
And there is a Galuf. Okay, there is a Galuf Baldassian, who is Cryo's grandfather, but you don't
Obviously
know that
not the
until-
same one.
Yeah,
So.
you don't know that until you get to, which is at the end of the song.
Okay, gotcha.
Cryo comes back.
Oh, okay,
Not the only time you'll hear from her.
gotcha. I figured they wouldn't just throw that in and it not have any significance later.
Yeah, I mean they did that with the Phantom Train. It just comes back here.
Right. I must have missed something here because I don't know what they're talking about, but...
They're talking about the fact that the Empire is demanding their surrender or threatening to go to war, and they're trying to get Ishgard to back them up, but Ishgard is ignoring them.
Okay, I see. Got it.
You may recall Ishgard as those people who don't like anyone else.
Right. They're gonna have to pretty soon because we're gonna be walking into their doorstep in about a few patches, so... Well, at least the Sultana's on board. I was just mentioning we hadn't seen her in a while, and here she is. I'm pretty sure the decision's pretty easy here.
The decision to surrender to the godlike machine that can kill 3 gods at once.
Yeah, I mean, you always answer no, because in games like this, the god gets killed, so...
Yeah, but unfortunately, they don't know they're innovative.
I know.
I mean, it might not be unreasonable to predict what they're going to say, but...
I don't know. I feel like if I was in a game like this and I was one of these NPCs, I'd have the cojones to just say, you know what, fuck you. Fuck you, go back to the Empire, because if you don't, I'm going to send as many adventures as I can to beat the shit out of you. So,
Right.
but that's me personally, so...
The logic they have at this moment, you'll see what their decision point is later, though, because this gets followed up in the Black Wolf's Ultimatum, which is the one before Operation Archon, where you start doing.
Okay, gotcha.
And I mean, judging from, you can guess from the name Operation what's going down there.
Yeah. So deliberate on it, and while you're doing that, I'll sneak in the back door and just finish the problem and take care of it for you, so you don't have to make a decision. Because if they see that you're deliberating, they'll be like, oh, okay, maybe we should give them a little more time, and then you can kind of take care of it from there.
Actually, yeah, it kind of is.
Nobody ever listens to me when I make these blunt and direct suggestions on how to move the plot along.
Yeah, but you're also not in that room.
Yeah, I know. That's probably why they can't hear me.
And technically speaking, you don't actually know that in character.
Well, spawn back in, and there's a free company invite, so sounds about right. Let me switch back to monk so that I don't have to wear this Imperial gear anymore. There we go. Much better. Okay, well, Menphilia, you're out. How's fresh air taste again? I'm assuming it's pretty good.
I hope that one of your healers fixed the fact that all of her ribs are...
Yeah, that's probably... I mean, I would imagine Urian J would tend to that. He's cold, but he's not cold-blooded, so...
Yeah, I mean, he's not cold. He's just aloof and...
Yeah.
And I mean, you also have no less than 2 other healers present. 3 if
Right.
you count yourself.
Right, yeah. So, I'm sure she's taken care of.
And that's also disregarding that maybe the guard themselves killed her themselves, because like they don't want her to. They don't actually want to kill her yet.
Right.
Which by the fact that
Livia's little temper tantrum notwithstanding.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but Livia is bad.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take this Imperial Salute off my hotbar. I don't know if I'll need it, but if I do, I'll just put it back on later.
I don't think you ever need it, so...
Okay. Well, then we'll stick my steaks in there that are probably rotting and moldy because I've had them since about episode 20, so.
Maybe they're cured meat.
I sure hope so. I wouldn't want to be stuffing it in my mouth if they weren't. The Black Wolf's Ultimatum. Here we go. So we'll do this one.
Timelines are fluid.
We'll do this one and then we'll call it a day, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. This one doesn't actually require you to... So if you're ready to wrap up, here's a good spot. Cause the next thing, I'm on the next thing, but I'm not going to start the dungeon yet.
Okay, gotcha. So there's a few cutscenes, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, there's a few things that happen in between. A fair few things.
Okay.
Like
well, maybe we'll
probably, if you want to get up to the dungeon, to the raid, the trial, but it would be a little extra. But you probably should not want to do the quest. You don't want to do the trial yet, because that will take a while. Even though it won't take a long time because the trial itself is short, but
it would still take a little while compared to the fact that I've been live for 2 hours and 40 minutes at this point. So
yeah, and plus there are cutscenes related to that, which I get.
Okay. Yeah, that's the point, Manphilia, and that's why I'm thinking that there's no possible way that any of the leaders of the world could be like, we should consider this offer. Let's go make sure, though, because never can be too sure about these things. Oh, and we leveled up again, so I'm level 51 now. Yay! Didn't get anything out of it, but that's okay. We'll work on that later. Oh, I need to do that, and then do that. There we go. Gotta make sure I'm wearing my headgear only when I'm outside, not inside. I think we need to go to the strip, because if they're in where the Sultana's quarters were, then we need to go...
Yeah, that's where you gotta go.
Weave around those upper floors, so...
I believe... Yeah, if you're heading to the Chamber of Rule, that's on the strip.
I think that's where we're heading. Royal Promenade, which is, yeah, pretty much the Chamber of Rule, so...
Yeah. You can't teleport to the Chamber of Rule. You're on like the other side.
Right. That's okay. I don't mind walking. Okay, well, we're on the doorstep of the Sultana, and we're ready to go and make sure that they're not even considering this offer. But what can we do about the Ultima weapon? And will we be able to figure out what in the hell's going wrong with Thancred and how we can bring him back to the Scions for later? Find out in the next episode of Final Fantasy XIV, the Stream Edition.
Don't worry.
Will she?
It.
Alright, well then maybe we'll find out then, and maybe we'll find out later. Either way, this is where we're going to call it for the day. So... that's going to do it for today's episode of Final Fantasy XIV, the Stream Edition. I'm going to post up the schedule for next week, a little after I do the description for this. So probably like, 10-15 minutes, you'll see it on Discord and Twitter. But we will be playing again tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you for watching, everyone. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream, and I will see all of you on the next one, as I said, tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, take care, and have a good night.
Peace.
Goodbye.